Hey, we back. Welcome to Two Peas in a Pod.
Cass.
I'm your host, Rich,
And I'm your host, DK.
and today's topic is child support isn't for failed relationships. What you think about that, bro? Like, I want to get right into it. And how do you feel about mothers that put the father on child support just because the relationship didn't work? Now, he's not a bad father. He spent time with his kids. He always provided for his kids, but the relationship just didn't work.
I believe for generations, it's been a couple of generations now, with not all women, not majority of women, but some women, a small group of mothers who make it look bad for all mothers. Let me put that out there right now. This child support thing, it takes a small, minute amount of women to make it look bad and go bad for all women. And they were taking these laws and they were using it as a way of blackmailing the man through government rights. I'm just going to say that you wasn't a good father. I'm just going to say that you're an abusive man because you won't do what I'm telling you to do. You won't listen what I'm telling you to say. I need to run this, and if you don't run it, I'm going to take the power of the government. I'm going to act like a battered woman, and I'm going to hang you.
So do you, no, and you're right. But do you think that the government should have something in place to where a mother has to prove that the father is not, present and not taking care of the kids, rather than just going to court saying he don't take care of the kids and they automatically get awarded child support?
I think it should take just as long for the government to review that as it takes someone to get a college degree. I think it should take about 3 to 5 years for the government to have enough proof of a father being absent, not struggling financially, not arguing with you. It needs to be enough solid evidence of proof. And her just saying that isn't enough proof. I feel like there should be at least 3 to 5 years of review, which means if you and this man broke up when the child was 8 years old, then don't come into court to you by 13 years, to the child 13 years old, saying, hey, look, this man, we'll get you back pay. We always do, don't we? Because we'll get some of that too. And he'll be most something. But we need to really sit down and make sure he didn't go to no games. He didn't attempt to. We need to go the same way they investigate a drug case, the energy. They put it to a drug case. We're going to go through all the text messages. Hey, go through them text messages too.
Yeah.
Hey, why can't the FBI, not the Attorney General, why can't the FBI handle child support cases so y'all can get all the information? Why can't the CIA handle child support cases so y'all get all the information? Y'all get that. She was cheating off with a little rider down the street, man. That almost wasn't my baby. Y'all gonna hang with the child support? Nah, the CIA, because they know these hoes. The CIA, they need to take the investigation. Hold on. She had a train ran on in high school, dude. I'm still taking care of my baby. I'm there for her, but she gonna always act crazy because I gotta make her feel better than that train that she had running in high school. So it's hard to be a father with her they gotta come and get to know the situation that we be dealing with, bro. Because these are the type
all the details.
Yes, and I don't feel like the Attorney General from the state can get all the deets. I don't feel like they have governmental clearance to get all the deets. You know what I'm saying? To what's going on with these individual cases. You're gonna have to know the relationship. The only way you're gonna know the relationship is if you do like they did with Johnny Depp and Amber. You have to sit down. We have to talk about this. It's gonna have to be so hard and more difficult for a woman to go out there and prove that a man is a deadbeat father that they resort from just living that type of lifestyle to taking that type of chance. Condoms, Plan Bs, birth control. I mean, yeah, it'll just be more medical and more personal responsibilities applied than just saying, hey, look, if he does get me pregnant and don't listen what I got to say or how I want to run this relationship or family or child life, child support.
Yeah. So I always had an issue with that. I always had an issue and wondered why. And obviously I know because the system is, in opposition to the man.
Yeah.
But how could a woman just say he don't take care of the kids and it's just, he don't take care of the kids? Okay, we're going to award you child support. How long has he taken? Oh, it's been 3 years? Okay, we're going to give you back pay. And we're going to
because of what she said.
Yeah, just because of what she said, not knowing it's valid or not. So I'll speak on like personal experience. You get what I'm saying? Like, my children, my oldest 3 children mother, right? We were apart for like 2.5 years. Wasn't on child support. When we was in the relationship, I was the one providing and doing everything for my kids, paying for everything, take care of everything. When we left the relationship, I was still doing that, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't until 2.5 years later when she found out I had a girlfriend, nigga, I was in child support the next month.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, she found out, I want to say December, like towards the end of the year, January, top of the year, and I was in child support court. I didn't take care of my kids in 3 years.
I psychologically like how you pointed that out because I've been teaching my daughter that women are really using men as hate stones that they're throwing at each other, because what she really did was she didn't give a damn about you for 2.5 years, as long as you wasn't a benefit to another woman. And we've been proving this point on this show a lot.
Right.
As long as you wasn't to the benefit of another woman, and as long as you weren't going to take care of another woman and advance her life, it wasn't a problem what you were doing with yours. But the minute she seen that you were done with her and that you were going to benefit, not yourself, you as a man, you get into a new relationship, you need to take care of what? The next woman, right? You're paying her bills. Everything that you were doing for her, you're not going to be doing for what? Another woman. And that thought enraged her to the point where she had to disable you as a man. So how many men have been disabled out here by women and now being called Pookies and Ray Rays because of the child support? But that child support should have never came up because she only did it to make me a Pookie and Ray Ray, so I couldn't be nothing to you.
That's a fact. And I took it extremely personal because...
Oh, you should.
As a man that has been actively involved in my children's life, and I didn't have a father growing up in my life until I reached a certain age when I met my father. Like I always, like as a youngin', I'm talking about 13 years old, I was talking about when I have children, the type of father I would be.
Yeah.
So the fact that you went down to a state, courthouse and got me listed as a deadbeat father, because technically that's who paid child support.
Deadbeat
it's supposed
father.
to be deadbeat
Well, that's
father.
who's supposed to pay child support. Let's say that.
Who's supposed to pay child support. So therefore, you went down there, lied, told these people I'm a deadbeat, I don't take care of my kids, because you have to do that in order to get child support.
That's allowed, man. That is their father.
So now I'm labeled in the state, according to the state,
a man that owes interest on his children's lives.
Because I wasn't taking care of them.
When you were.
Yet I'm the only one that's been taking care of them.
And how many black men go through this? So let's say you a black man you say you took care of your kids once. You got to pay child support and pay interest. So that you take care of these kids 3 in 1, if you ask me. You feel what I'm saying? Does that not count for the Pook and the Ray Ray that don't? I mean, how can we get labeled as black men who don't take care of our kids when we do? I mean, dog. I mean, I know black men who they already know the child support they're paying to their baby mothers is being divided between other kids that they didn't birth, that they didn't have with that woman. I had a friend of mine in high school used to always get into it with his mother when it was school close time, because his mother would take the child support that his father was sending for school clothes and buy all of them school clothes. And at some point when they got older and then he started beefing with his brothers about, hey, who's really the man around here? Because my dad's the one fronting the bill. It was so divisive. It was a lot of division in the house because she was taking that individual child support check and doing what she wanted and taking care of all the responsibilities. This child's father's not available. This child's father not available. And this child's father has to pay for all 3 of these kids and watch his child suffer or come out of pocket more. And everybody, we sit back like, well, what's going to be done about this? Well, nothing. That he should be happy that he's taking care of 3. This is the type of things we hear. When we start to say, well, my money, your money. Yeah, this thing that you can't be at the house and take care of me and watch the kids, you got to go to work. The money. The things you at the strip clubs looking money. What you go to college for and getting a debt and pay money just so you can have a chance on making money. My money is taking care of other men's kids, and I don't want it to do that.
Not only taking care of other men's kids. Sometimes your money is taking care of another man.
I thought when I said her, trust me.
You get what I'm saying?
My dad used to brag on that. Son, she gonna file for the income tax. Give me the whole check, son. That's what he used to say. She gonna give me the whole fat woman. This real big. I mean, got 50 kids. Yeah, son. She gets $6,700 this year, son. And say I get 35 of it, son. But that's kid money she should have been spending on her kids. That's government assistance. I know that they give it away to men because my just give it to my dad. You feel what I'm saying? So I look at it like it's not enough auditing going on.
No, it's not. And I think there should be auditing on where the child support funds are being used to. I think this should come on a debit card and you should be able to see the transaction.
Or like a food stamp card. A food, you only can spend it on food. So let's say with this debit card, it only can be spent on kids. They should be able to look at the receipt and no, those pair of drawers.
Those are dealt jeans. No, you can't purchase those.
You can't purchase those. You know what I'm saying? And it's too much technology for them not to be able to do that. No, you only can get stuff out of the kids section at Walmart, food, with the child support card, school supplies. There should be toiletries. I mean, there should be nothing else that swipes for, just like food stamps. I don't give a damn what they do to men. Yeah, take the money. Just stop this bitch from being able to do what you want to do. You can take all of it, okay? Just leave her, and know what? And what's the remainder on that card should go to my child. It should spill over to my child at 18. You feel what I'm saying? So audit her. Make sure everything she's getting, that shouldn't go to her bills. No, my child is at school 8 hours of the day. My child is asleep 8 hours of the day out of that. Then my child with me sometimes. My child not flicking lights like that. My child not flushing toilets like that. You know what I'm saying? If your child is not on welfare, okay, we can talk about a grocery bill, but that should be acclimated into the child support.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no, my child support be sitting on food, water. If it is spent on, I mean, they don't should only better sit like 10-20% of child support on their utility bills and rent. That's it. So if you're getting $4 a month, you only should be able to spend like $80 of that towards your rent bills, because that should cover your child.
Right.
So all this is, I should sit down with Greg Abbott and them, and that's who run Texas. And I should put on a nice suit. I think I can get it straight after being on child support 12 years for a child that, I made my child out of straight wedlock. Just, hey, look, me and her kind of messing around. I hit it one day, in between the other guys, and it was mine. You feel what I'm saying? Child came out of that. I did right by my child for 2 years. By doing right by my child, I meant, staying involved with the mother. You know what I'm saying? That was a certain type of relationship that had to come with that, to be around the baby. Let's be real. Right. When I got tired of faking the funk, look, I never liked you. You know what I'm saying? I got you pregnant. I tried to do right. I'm going to go on with my life, but I love my daughter, and I've been here since day one, so we shouldn't have no problems. I didn't get you pregnant and just leave you like, no. We didn't have no relationship. I'm still going to take care of my child. And I was in child support court like you. Like, yeah. Right.
My oldest daughter has been living with me over 4 years now. I still pay child support for her.
Yeah, my daughter, this same daughter I'm talking about.
Still paying child support for my daughter, who's been with me for over 4 years now.
My daughter moved with me last December. She moved in with me. Can't get along with her mother, right? That's neither here nor there. That's their business. I asked the mother of my child, I said, I'm going to take her in. I got her, everything, but I assume you're taking me off child support. The next text message said, well, in a year or two, if everything goes how it goes, then we could talk about child support then. But if you're not going to pay child support, then she can just stay here. I said, but you and your daughter, y'all at the point y'all finna throw blows. Like, y'all don't even get along. Mm-hmm. Well, she can stay here if you're going to come off that child support.
It's crazy. It's crazy. No,
So my daughter stays with me based on the fact that, and my daughter loves me because she's like, and I told my daughter, because at the time it was going on, I'm with my daughter arguing with her mama. Like, she want me to pay child support and watch you. Hell no. Fuck that. Bruh, you know what I'm saying? My daughter said, Dad, please just pay it. Please just pay it, Dad.
Because she don't want to go back.
She don't want to go back.
Back.
But what kind of, why can't we go sit down and talk about this? Like, hold on, she don't even want to stay with her, but good luck with that. They walk in the court, say this, say that, say this, say that. I mean, it can be true or not true. I done seen men go down both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, how she originally got me on child support was by saying that my daughter was in danger around my family. There was no danger. She never got in trouble for lying about that. She tried to take my daughter from my house one day. Mm-hmm. Say, you're not taking my daughter. My daughter didn't like you. This bitch, she was a baby. My daughter's she's a daddy's girl. You know what I'm saying? So she said, you don't want to play me like this. You don't want to play with me like this. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Next day I'm at work, my brother calls me crying. They taking my niece, bro. Who is they? The cops. What are the cops doing in my house? Oh, she said she was in danger. Oh, she just said the baby was in danger. And they came over there with like...
There's no checks and balances. And that's the part that's wild.
And so I just had to give my little story about, I'm at work, man. And then like I said, the next day at work, I got served with the child support order with a constable. I didn't see my daughter for a month and a half until court came up. Went into court, got advised by my lawyer, because my baby mama walked in there with 3 white men as her attorneys. And I had one black woman as mine. And that black woman told me, you might want to sit your black ass down and just sign this little paper right here. You might not want to go in there. Them 3 white men ain't playing with you.
She's a fucking ass.
No, she was telling me the truth. The white man was politically connected. They was going to have, you didn't see them just shake the judge's hand? That's what she was telling you. You didn't see that? How they yeah, she finna sank you, bruh. It's 3 of them versus me. It's about connections. So that's 3 times the amount of connections behind the doors than me. She was just telling me sign the paper, bruh. That black woman, if it wasn't been for her, I got hold. The sister was telling me. I knew it was the truth. It was coming from a black woman who was my paid attorney, hired by my mother. No, all this is genuine. You know what I'm saying? But when she told me that, she told me, you don't want to go in there against that sister. Then why you got your job? Because shit, somebody got to tell you the truth. You don't want to go in there. So we signed. So even though I went to the court date, I never walked in the court. I was advised, you might not want to do that, bro. You go in there right now. You got this child support. You go in there and piss off that judge, and not just sign to get out the judge, wait for the judge and go have lunch. He gonna hit your ass for this amount. I gotta explain how the game goes. So I love her forever. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the child support game, bro. I piss off that judge. The judge can say, "Well, I want you to pay $900 a month." Why? That's what I say by law. That's what I say. You don't want to be under nobody else's discretion like that.
They but legally, they only can charge you based off of your income.
Shit,
Like
a
you
judge.
can't just flat out judge. I don't judge or no judge. Like, you know, he may do it, but then that's where
Just
you
wait.
have to have a lawyer that's gonna fight that because it's not ethical. Like,
Well,
you
maybe that's not
you cannot
ethical, but the
charge
back
me
pay.
$900 a month
But the
if I
back
don't even
well,
make that much.
well, the back pay was what was up in question. It
Uh-huh.
was like sign this paper and pay for it, and pay her lawyer fees. So I had to pay for those 3. Yes, yo, you didn't know that? They're gonna make you pay for those lawyers that she said she had to use to take you to court. So it was pay that or take the chance on going to the judge making me pay back pay for the child I already took care of, and pay for the lawyers and pay current child support going forward. So it was 2/3 of the whole kaboom. And all I did was love the child that I went out there and made. Yeah, so I mean, I got homies right. I got a homie right now. He's 30-something years old. He's my personal trainer. He says, "Do I want to have kids so bad?" But the way your baby mama did you, bro, I could never go through that. Cause you had to watch the baby too the whole time.
out here scaring people out of having kids.
So you
People
know
don't
that
have
child,
kids no more.
the child support system. I mean, population control. It has to. I mean, that's one of the things. You know, like you can't say when a man looks at a child, he sees it as an obligation or a bill, not as him like extending himself, but him losing a part of himself. You know, resourcefully. That's some hell of a population control. You know what I'm saying? It gives women independence to be able to live as a single person instead of wanting to be with a man, because even though I do have a child, I can still draw his resources into this house without him being here. So, I mean, it's a hell of, not to mention, like you explained, how they have the escrow accounts. You know, we pay into that account, they do a little thing, then they send the woman, they look cut a check. That's why I take 3 weeks for the child support payment to go through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a dirty game, bro. But you know,
It is, and I you know, I was up against it. I dealt with it. Like I said, like you have your daughter through a verbal agreement, right? Which is why you're still paying child support.
Yeah.
Which you can change that by going down and just getting custody of her through court and just.
Well, it's
wiping
been
that
6
out.
months. Well, what I was advised to do was like let it be an extended period of time, like to where my daughter's been staying with me. So at the time where this finally went down, my daughter's going to be 12 in November. This was last December. I felt, give it a year. Listen to the woman's advice. Well, we'll give it a year or two. Yeah, what judge is going to give you back your child after I've been taking care of her for a year?
Yeah.
You know, so it's a plan.
So you gotta go through the process. Yeah, no, I respect
You know
that.
what I'm saying? So she'll be 12. She better voice her own opinion. And then I will be able to tell the judge, she's been to school as a straight A student. She's been happy. She's been healthy. She's been eating good. And, you know, it's been a year. And, you know, her teachers know me. I'm active at school in the PTA and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's been a year, Judge. And we just want to make this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, make it
on permanent, on
official,
paper.
Yeah, because when I I fought all my court cases, you know,
Pro
by
bono?
myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not pro bono, but without a lawyer?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, now I got to get somebody with a license, bro. I just got to.
And she had a public offender, so it definitely took a while for me because.
So how did she get a public defender, but you didn't want to ever get one? She just new dude or something?
I could no. She don't work. And when she was working, she wasn't really making no money. She's on Section 8, so basically she get the assistance. I didn't qualify for no attorney because of my income, so I had to literally come out of pocket to pay an attorney. And I'm like, man, fuck that. Like I got a criminal justice degree. Like I know a little bit. I know a little bit about the law. I'm gonna shoot. I'm going for this one for dolo. You know, I'm gonna try to figure this out.
You can't pay me to go to court, man. My lawyer be laughing because I'm like, do I gotta go? He's like, you gotta show your face this time. You can't pay not to
Bro,
live.
listen, I got custody of my daughter, fighting by myself against her attorney, and I just got custody of my oldest son who come to live with me July 15th.
Amen.
Fighting
bro.
for him
Fight
by
for him.
myself.
I mean, fight. You gotta fight to get these kids and be a father of these
My
kids.
son been wanting to come live with me since he was 9. My son about to be 16 in July.
Let's
So
talk.
I tell you, that tells you how long I've been trying to get my son.
Well, let's talk about the idea of what my baby mother told me when I finally sat down. I think my daughter's like 3 or 4, about a year or two after child support, and she seen I was paying it. I was taking my week. I got over the fact that I couldn't see my child every day, and it was only on a couple other weekends and all that type of stuff. And then she started skipping my weekends, bro. Like, you know, like, oh, she can't see you this weekend. She gotta go here, go there. And so I finally broke down and told her, I said, look, I'm a dad. You know, like, you cannot stand in between me and my daughter having a relationship. You can't do that. Her response was, you have to understand that me and my daughter are a package. Dude, I cannot make. I went to my mom. Mom, look what she said. She said they're a package. I didn't know that. You told me to keep the paper, mom. You know, I went to my mama crying, bro. Like, why? Look, I gotta take one to take the other. I don't want that one. This why. This is why men just abuse the kid, leave the kids alone. If I gotta take your mama too, I'm gonna leave you alone now. Don't make me take your mama too. And I felt that. I was like, bro, I'm gonna desert the whole shit. Now that's why I feel for deadbeat dads, because I was this close.
Hey, look, and I'm glad you just was transparent with that, because a lot of people don't understand that a lot of the deadbeat dads, not all of them, but a lot of the deadbeat dads tend to say fuck the whole situation just because of the bullshit that the mother is putting them through. And it's like, if I gotta go through hoops and jump through loops and all that shit just to see my child, then fuck it. When my child get old enough, I'll sit down and have a conversation with them and explain what happened.
Exactly.
I see why some people obviously I wasn't that person, I've been there plenty nights contemplating whether I should just, you know what? Maybe I should just chuck the deuces. when my kids get a little older, I can have this conversation and explain to them why daddy wasn't present for this amount of time because of the bullshit I had to go through. But you know what? I told myself, you know what? I got to do it for my kids. But I understood at that moment why men actually leave the situation. Because it's like, I'm not going through this bullshit.
Well, the stress is killing you.
Yeah.
The natural response of something trying to kill you is you trying to kill it. So then I started to understand, because I wanted to whoop her ass. I'm gonna say that on live. When she started not letting me see my kid after all, I had never felt that way.
Absolutely.
But by the time I started, I've been waiting 2 weeks to see my damn child. It's Friday. I'm here at this little location we got on this goddamn court document. Where my kid at? I text you, and you wait till I get here. You wait till Friday to tell me, oh, she's not coming. When I see you, bro, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Male or female, I don't give a fuck. When I see you, bro, whoop your ass, bro. Playing with my child, bro. Yeah. So that's one. That was the thing that made me want to let it go. Cause now now when I would express that, man, I want to fuck. You want to be here? Oh, now I'm a woman beater. Now when I get my child, your mother. Now you talk down on your child in front of the mother. Well, I gotta explain to my child why I didn't see her. That was your mother's fault. Take accountability. How? I waited 2 weeks and was ready and was there. Right. When I see my daughter, I just want to let her know that wasn't my fault, it was your mama's fault. Yeah. Or you passing the buck. Or you pointing. Or you playing the blame game. I'm gonna take accountability.
I'm gonna take accountability for getting up with a fucked up woman like you. That's the
and
accountability.
And stick it around, because sometimes the men be like, I can't do no right. She won't let me do right. I can't. Nobody will feel for me. This that I just made a mistake and was trying to be a man about the mistake I made.
And that's why I don't
like. Not call the kids a mistake.
Women that use children as pawns, or as a way to get to the father. I don't like that shit, because what happened is, and I think you mentioned this on our last show where they had this conversation where it's like they talking to the kids and they like, daddy cheated on us.
If
that was the situation. First of all, I don't have sex with my child. So why the fuck would I be cheating on my child? But you want to include the kid in your personal feelings, because now you want the kid to feel
the way you do about the man,
to be on your side and look at the father in a negative light. And it's like, why would you want your child to look at their father negatively? But then I had to think about it from my personal experience. The woman I was with never met her father before in her life. So to me, it's like
projectile hate. Like, I'm gonna hate you. I'm gonna hate him through you.
Right, and not only that, it's like, why do you give a fuck if your kids have a relationship with their father when you never had one with yours?
Because listen, my mama always said this, and she would say this because her dad died when she was 2 years old, and she was an outside baby. He was married. My mama was made outside of of the marriage or whatever. My mama always say, I don't see the point of the father, because I grew up without one. So whenever she would get mad at my dad and my dad would pack up and leave, she'd be like, I don't care if he's leaving. I don't see a point in dad. I didn't have one.
Yeah, and
and that's
negative. It's the wrong mindset to have. Absolutely.
I mean, but at the same time, it's always the wrong mindset to have, because if you didn't see the point of me having a dad, why'd you make me with the nigga? You know what I'm saying? like, nah, he is who he is, and who he is sexually isn't my business. And I think that's where a lot of child support comes from too. It's like, the minute the guy messes up sexually, it becomes the child's business. It becomes the government's business. And we talk about something that's supposed to be between him and his old lady. You know what I'm saying? So the child support is really deeper than the payments, bro, because they got to teach those children that you deserve everything they done to you. You know what I'm saying? We don't see your dad because he's a deadbeat. Yeah, we take his money because he did you like this. I mean, one time you was 2 and your dad dropped you on your head. You know, like what? You know what I'm saying? They got all these horror stories, bro, to make the child justify hating the dad. And then the child, if the child's a female, grows up with that feminist mentality. If the child's a male, that's why I'm a Crip and I don't like that blood nigga, because I didn't like my dad. That's why I can grow up and not like myself and other black men, because I didn't like the man that made me. Right. And that's being taught by the mother.
Right.
So it's really deeper than child support. Child support is how there's the money they use to support the bullshit they own. You know what I'm saying? They take that money and they use that money to teach your kids, hey, look, I got you a haircut. Your daddy didn't do nothing for you. I know, and I had a cousin like that, man. He swore to God that daddy never did nothing for me the whole time. Anytime anything was happening in the house, it's because the mama took the money and was doing it out of the dad and was keeping the remainder and telling him your dad don't do nothing for you. Dad you call to come see you, but then she'll tell the dad you can't see him.
Right.
And you know, it led to women and men. It's like the whole Kevin Samuels thing. Their child support led to why Kevin Samuels even had to exist, if you ask me. To sit down and bring up some clarity, like y'all do realize, like y'all took one attribute the government gave y'all to be able to live life outside of man being trifling y'all became trifling off that.
Yeah. And it's evident, like we see it, like there's women that literally look for successful men, celebrities, whatever it is, to get pregnant by so that they can live off the child support.
What's like, Rob Kardashian baby mama?
I was just about to bring her up. Blac Chyna.
That's
kids.
The worst.
She got 2 kids.
Look,
she see both of them only on Sundays, and she's asking for child support.
If you a baby daddy,
how?
If you a baby daddy, you ain't going through what Rob going through. Boy, Rob be locked in the house 360 days out the year. Rob done gained 60 pounds. Rob famous. You don't see Rob on TV no more. Rob got all the money in the world. He eat McDonald's. Why? Because his baby mama Blac Chyna. That's the worst thing he could have ever did to himself, was have a baby by that woman. So if you feel bad about your baby mama, that's been Rob Kardashian.
Right, and that's a white man. Like he ain't used to that. He wasn't familiar with that. But you look at Tiger. You get what I'm saying? And Tiger's her other baby father, right?
Nah, Tiger.
Is it Tiger? It is Tiger, yeah.
Because he got Kylie.
Right, and
Tiger,
that's what I was about to say. Tiger not stressed out like Rob though, right?
Yeah.
He going through the same bullshit, but he not stressed out like Rob because for some reason this shit is normal in
to the black
community.
So
and it's not saying it doesn't exist in other communities.
It's not hurting Rob financially. It's hurting him emotionally.
Emotionally, yeah, right.
It's hurting Tiger financially. I know it is because he's old as hell, but it's not hurting emotionally.
Right.
Because this is, I'm raised that I was raised I was gonna be on child support. Like, yeah, like I swear to God, like, yeah, they gonna put you on child support. Uncle them told me, yeah, they gonna put you on child support. Yeah, watch that coochie, yeah, they get you, it'll snatch you, it'll snatch your wallet, it'll snatch your future, it'll snatch. They called it a snatcher. You gonna get you some snatcher? What's that, Uncle?
The coochie snatch.
Yeah, the coochie snatch. Gonna snatch your soul, gonna snatch your heart, gonna snatch your partners, it's gonna snatch your mama, it's gonna snatch you, it's gonna take everything from you. That's what my uncle them told me. It's called a snatcher.
It's called a snatcher.
It's called a snatcher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, men can't be lustful. I mean, that's not a good trait. I'm not saying you can't be, want to do your thing with women, but anything not in moderation is bad. So, if you out here having sex with all these women and unprotected, that's on you now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you make that kind of decision, okay, I'm going to leave this woman unprotected, you have the child, I do feel like what you said and like what I said, I don't care what comes with it. You got to take it. Like we had a point now and being men, we know what come with this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, are we gonna argue that women shouldn't take advantage of it? Of course. But can we avoid it? Of course. Of course we can. We're gonna take all the accountability for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're just saying, look, if we out here having, mutual sex and sensual sex and a baby comes out of it, man, be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't your man, so if I was your man and we'd break up, be cool. I used to be your man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be some type of common, like, okay, we have a baby, it should be some common peace. There's too much war over a child between the two people who made the child every time a child is made.
Yeah, but the war is generally there because the woman has the child and feel that because I have the child, I can now control the man. And if he don't listen to me, I'll just put him on child support. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's still this point where, we got to take accountability, which means we need to have conversations with women prior to getting into relationships and having kids with them.
Signing some forms.
Understand where their mindset is at.
Signing some forms.
Ask them questions about child support. See what they think about it. Do they already have a baby father on child support? If they do, hey, you might want to...
Or not.
Because that was my situation.
Yeah.
That was my situation.
Yeah.
I got with somebody that had 2 kids before me, and she had their father on child support.
And yeah.
And she told me whatever reason it was of why she had it, and because I didn't know dude, I'm believing what she said.
Oh, you thought
Obviously,
he was a bum. He used to beat me.
All this other stuff.
He jumped
You know
on me
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
shower one time and left me there bleeding in the shower. Like it'd be a horror. And you still had the baby by him? Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why I can be a man and say I got to take accountability because she tried to put me through the same thing that he went through. The difference between me and him is I had a tactic behind mine.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna put me on child support, okay, cool. That means whatever the judge say I gotta pay you, that's what I'm gonna pay you, and that's all the fuck I'm doing.
Getting all that updated.
That's all I'm doing because at the end of the day, before I was on child support, I was doing more.
Yeah.
But you wanted to put me on child support. So this is how we gonna play this. Whatever they tell me I gotta pay you, that's what I'm gonna pay you. Anything I do for my kids after that is considered a gift by the court of law. So don't come to me about shit.
Well, let's discuss this. What do you feel about like updated? Like when I had sex with you, I was worth nothing. 10 years later, I'm worth a couple $1 million. You weren't my wife. If you can't take care of the child, send a child to me. You know, basically. I mean,
Basically.
what is this whole? We going back to court for you to review your child support. Review?
Yeah.
It should be set in stone. That's who I was when I had the baby with you.
Right.
I was a bum. You slept with me, let me ski to you when I was a bum. I was a bum nut. You should get a bum check from that. You had a bum nut in you. I don't care if I was a bum. That's what you let happen. I don't care because I'm not that dude no more. You feel what I'm saying? So why am I walking around like, man, I done made $250,000 in stock market, can't pull it out because I don't want them to update their child support. Why do I have to live like that, bro? Because I've been like I've been living like that. Like, yeah, I hit on that crypto. I'll just put that in Tether. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna put that in. I ain't gonna put that in dollars. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, can I put that in? Nah, don't put my name on that. Put in my son's name. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure he got a future. Don't put my name on the business. Right. We're gonna open up a dog kennel. Just put my son's name on it. I got a social security. I'm gonna get it from his mom. I don't put nothing in my name. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's a damn shame. You don't even want nothing attached to your name.
Hey, but you ain't doing nothing wrong. You playing the game.
I gotta play.
You playing the game legally that you was forced to play because someone wanted to use your child as a leverage tool to get money out of you.
So why should we look at our children like burdens and liabilities if that's what women are using them as? Black men are so deemed as bad fathers and neglectful fathers, but really, are we running away from our kids? Are we running away from the fact that they're being used as like a form of bondage?
It's a fact. It's the fact that they're being used. Because I say it all the time, man. If child support didn't exist, half these mothers would pack their kids up and ship them right to their motherfucking father, bro. Yeah. If they couldn't get no money for them.
You remember what love got to do with it? When he said, what I'm doing with 2 kids? She said, fuck you, Ike. And she drove off, and Ike Turner was in there with Tina Turner, and she brought them 2 boys over there. Them boys sitting there looking lost and confused, and Ike was just telling, Ike was saying in front of the little boy, what I'm gonna do with 2 more kids? What I'm gonna do with 2 more kids? And them little boys sitting there like unwanted to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what would happen. Yeah. You would have your kids if it wasn't no child support.
Yeah, right.
I swear you would. Yeah. They would run. You wouldn't be able to find the mothers. You know what I'm saying? So even if you was trifling like Ike Turner.
That's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying? So trifling, if you were a good father or a bad father, you would be obligated to your kids no matter what. Right. If there was no child support linked to it. I like the way you made that point, man. Like for real. Because like, I mean, the financial benefit of you just being an independent mother is too big now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just too, and then like I say, the updated child support, as he grows, I grow. I never have to be nothing. I just got to go out there and have sex a couple times and then act like I'm exclusive, get another dude take care of me. I got the dude I had babies with picking up the backhand. Shit.
I ain't got to do nothing. Sit back and collect from my 3 baby fathers.
That's probably what turned some men into trans. It's like, golly, like, they're getting money over there. I'm going over there.
Go get some of these women benefits.
Get some of these women bucks.
I'm going to identify as a woman. Go get some of these women benefits.
These lady bucks, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just don't like the kids being turned into a dollar or situation or a complication for the man. It's supposed to be a blessing. And, you know, if it's a right for a woman to have babies or not to have babies, it should be a right for once a man didn't have a right to have that child to come in the world, he should have a right to be a father to that child once the child's in the world, if that makes any sense. Right. I don't have a right to say the child gonna come in, not come in. But once the child is here, I should have more rights than you to be in the child's life. I'm the father. Right. If I'm gonna carry more responsibility, I got more right to the child. What does that mean? Nah, the child want to go out on Friday, and I say, nah, you ain't going out. You don't you tell that baby it can go out to the movies. I'm gonna come whoop you and the baby. Like, don't do that. Right. You feel I got more rights. If I feel like child should go to this school, You want the child to go to this school? No, the child's going to this school.
But it's actually, and that's what I'm saying.
But it's backwards.
We should, but it's actually the opposite way. And you have women that are actually, y'all live in separate households, co-parenting, and you'll say, oh, son can't, or he on punishment, he got messed up grades, he can't do this, or daughter can't do this.
Just to show them you don't run nothing.
Exactly. Oh, he don't run shit in my house. This is my house. You know what I mean? You get whatever he do when you get over there, that's it. But he can't control nothing here, and it's just like the whole mindset is fucked up. Bro.
I had to let my daughter off punishment because she was on punishment and was respecting it at her mother's house. And was getting in trouble and getting on more punishment for respecting the fact that she was on punishment for me at her mother's house.
Crazy.
So
Crazy.
I had to tell her, baby girl, don't worry about being punishment.
Over. Don't worry about it. We'll deal with it another time.
Let it go, baby. Yeah. God gonna get you. Don't worry. I'm gonna leave it alone, baby girl.
That's
but
crazy, man.
And I just want to talk about the psychological stress, man.
Before you read you go to psychological stress. I wanted to pull up these statistics, right?
Oh yeah, we need the stats.
So there's a report, and this is from 2000. This was January of 2018. Approximately 2/3, which is 69.3% of the custodial parents who would do child support receive some payments from non-custodial parents, while only 43.5% reported receiving the full amount. Right? It goes down further. It says the U.S. Census Bureau's custodial mothers and fathers and their child support for 2015 report. The report includes demographic and income data about custodial parents and details child support income for custodial parents living below poverty levels. The poverty rate of custodial mother families in 2015 was 29.2%. Was significantly higher than the poverty rate for custodial fathers families, which was 16.7%.
Wow.
Of the 1.6 million custodial parents with incomes below the poverty level who were supposed to receive child support in 2015, 39.2% received the full payments. Now here's the highlight from the report. About half, which is 50.2% of all 13.6 million custodial parents had either legal or informal child support agreements. Custodial mothers were more likely to have agreements at 52.7% than custodial fathers, which was at 39.6%. The aggregate amount of child support due in 2015 was $33.7 billion.
Damn.
A decrease of $14 billion from 2003.
We're talking about billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars.
Off the children.
Using them as pawns, as tools, as monetary gains. This is from the census.
I'm speechless.
Census.gov.
How could you, you can't judge, but how could you, if a man had the power to make money off a child, they would say he inhumane as fuck. Like, I don't even mean to curse too much. This is a personal episode for me. Like, it's just like, I don't know. It just breaks my heart, like, the days that I really was sitting back, like, crying. I'll admit it, crying, because she has literally frustrated me so much playing games with my daughter, bro. And to know that all this lies behind money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you don't fall for this, keep up with it, you're a deadbeat dad, because I can go log into an account. And I remember one time arguing with, my daughter's mother, you know what I'm saying? Because I was on my Facebook. One of my Facebook friends made a post, about something. I responded. Next thing you know, somehow, some way, it got, a lot of comments. Mm-hmm. My baby mama hops in the comments. Who are you to talk? I'm talking to you. Like, why are you on Facebook talking to me? You ain't even paid your child support. And she puts up this big screenshot of what I owed currently in child support. It was like $200, but I didn't pay yeah. But it was just bro, the people's all like, well, how can you be on here talking and you ain't paid the child support? I'm like, I had to get on there and send a receipt. Like, it's on the way, which I didn't know it'd take 3 weeks and all that for the process, because I gotta go to escrow and all that. But she was, and people, and then my other partners got in there, was all like, you on this man's ass for being down 1 month of child support, or just I was a few $100 late last month, and that's what I'm owed. I was like, but I got the rest coming right here, whatever. But I'm just making a comment. I wasn't going to her, talking to her crazy, none of that. She was just pursuing me, bro. I'm talking about like a slave patrol cat. Like, I'm trying to run for freedom. Every time I look up, she just with the chains. I'm like, and it was just so stressful. And the whole time looking at my daughter, like, I gotta run away from you. to run away from her. And I was looking,
and it's fucked up.
and
Like,
I
we
died,
even
and
gotta think like that.
And I felt like a part of me died a little bit going through that, bro. Like emotionally, like a part.
I believe
I
it.
became a real cold-hearted towards women. Like I have a beautiful wife, I have a beautiful mother, I have a beautiful daughter. But if you ask me about the average, she ain't shit. Like I don't care what you see around me.
Yeah.
When you ask my overall opinion, I got great female friends. I mean, great women that I'm talking about. They're great people, like spiritually, they're great people. But if you ask me about the average woman that you might just see walking around, I don't care what color demographic, she ain't, because what they won't put me through. That has to be the foundational safety in the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. That, hold on, watch what you sleeping with, because that children ain't nothing beautiful for a man. That's a bill. Mm-hmm. And that woman, yeah, she'll get you. You know what I'm saying?
She collecting the bill.
Yeah, she collecting the bill. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of these women are being used to control us monetarily in society through our natural urge to reproduce. And it's crazy. It's like I'm supposed to reproduce and be fruitful, but the government has created a way to use the women I'm gonna reproduce with to disable me from being able to do that to a certain point based on their discretion, not the government's.
Right.
So right now the government has us in place, but our women can simply sit back and say, you know what, like, you know, we're sexually liberated. You know what I'm saying? We have complications where we don't want to have kids like that all the time. What, you know what, the men, let the men, no, we're taking them to court. And they let the women play law while they turn their head, but they give the women the right to do that. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's cold. That's cold-blooded, and it's cold.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna penalize y'all for having children. We're not gonna come tax you for having more children, but we're gonna let the woman do it.
Bro, we are gonna do it, but we're just gonna do it with the woman in
front of it. That way you look at her,
right.
Smoke and mirrors. You look at her as the one doing this and not us.
Right.
Because you would come try to make us stop. You can't make her stop. She's a citizen. So it's a very cold game, and it's like, you know, it's
and again, that's only for the instances of the women that's like getting some type of government assistance.
Yeah.
And then the government step in and want to know where the father at and go there. Mm-hmm. Like that is totally separate from the women that actually go down to the courthouse and file for child support because y'all two are no longer together.
Yeah.
That's totally separate. You get what I'm saying? And that's why this show is exactly titled what it is. Child support isn't for failed relationships.
Yeah.
It's not. It's for absent fathers.
Yeah.
Right. So if your father, if you struggling, the father not in the picture, father not doing nothing, yeah, all right, rightfully so. You should use that system that you have in place to go get child support to get help with taking care of your kids. But if you and the father break up and the father's still coming to see his kids, financially taking care of his kids, then there's no need for him to be on child support. And I will also question, what is women saying? What are women saying up to children and about children that they'll run down the court for monetary reasons, but they won't run down the court for the father to have mandatory time with their kid?
Exactly.
Like they're not running down the court saying, "Oh, I want him to have him once a week. He needs to spend time with his son. Their sons need to spend time with their father.
So
They need to know how to be men." That's not what they fighting for. They just want the check.
They want the check, and they want to keep the children away from you and find another man to make you look like you wasn't nothing. And the one thing that tripped me out was like, I had a friend that was in one situation where he was he had his child with the woman while they were together, but he was like, I guess in the military or something like that, where he was like traveling, and the dude getting a check, he was taking care of her and the child. You know what I'm saying? Out the check, she goes down and put him on child support and say he don't spend no time with the child. So it wasn't the money, it wasn't the fact that he wasn't involved, it was the fact that he had an occupation and he didn't spend enough time with the child that he should be on child support. Dude, they'll find any reason, bro. And I mean, this made total sense to her that, you know, he's never around, so he should at least pay. I'm like, but you don't want to be in his control. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain amount of women that don't understand you're a control freak. You got to control the child. You got to control your new man. You got to control your past man you was with. But you never know how to control yourself. That's why you got all of them involved.
Right.
So, you know.
No self-control, but you want to control everything else around you.
That's the ones that want the child support the most are just like that. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, the only defense you can have against it, and I tell men all this all the time, it's like, let's stop rewarding the hoes, bro, with so much of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Well, like you say, like, if I see a woman that has another man on child support or she's been out here with another man, you got to start letting women confuse you and convince you that they're not who you're seeing them be.
Right.
If you saw a part of her, bro, that's who she is, bro. You can let her sit up here emotionally. That's what they do. They cry, they get mad when you don't believe them. I'm not a hoe. They'll bang on something. You're not finna believe that, but I can see it.
Yeah.
You know, you done showed it to me. You know what I'm saying? So what we do, we fall for it. You know, and women don't understand why we fall for these hoes. It's because they convince us that they're not emotional. Like, they'll go off and, you know, they'll plead, they'll tell you a sad story, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But we really got to sit down and start, like, you know, examining women and really saying, nah, I really think you out of there. I'm not going to take this type of chance with you based on the fact that, you know, what I see I don't like, and I'm not going to lay with you in this manner. You know, I'm not going to even take a chance of having a baby with you. But that will lead you doing to what a lot of women say is not good, being misogynistic, judging women. That would make you gay. You know, so I mean, you would have to be gay.
What is he, gay?
Yeah, yeah. He just told me that he wouldn't want to have a baby with me. Like, you know, what? Well, let me just sleep with you right now. I don't care if a baby comes. Well, that's why y'all got baby mamas. Well, baby, I mean, we're gonna have to judge y'all a little more and critique y'all a little more in order to stop going out here just making babies by anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stop looking at a woman like she's worthy of you, but the only way you're gonna do this is by judging her. But once you judge her, you're gay.
Right.
So where do we go with that mentality as men? It's like, I'm gonna have to critique these women a lot more. But me having that type of mindset, now I'm viewed by gays as a gay dude in society, because I'm not just I won't just sleep with anything and get anything pregnant and put my thing in anything just raw. But because I'm particular now, I'm gay.
Yeah, but you know,
we
not supposed to care about what they, because we know they're gonna say anything to just try to change the narrative or to make a guilt trip us, make you feel in a way, you know. So you know, they use their tactics that they use.
But it's not about us giving a damn. It's about them not understanding how crazy they sound. Is what I'm saying. It's not about us giving a damn.
Sound crazy.
You don't understand how you sound crazy. Like, you don't get it. Like, a man that respects himself is going to be picky with certain women, and, you know, he's not just going to sleep with a woman because a woman opened his legs.
Right.
They're going to question his sexuality 10 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Might be a little shit, I don't know, it might be on a little down low. But the man that's thirsty and to sleep with anything and to take anything that comes his way, he's a dog. He deserves to be on child support. So the man that is innocent is not worthy of you. And the man that's gonna be the way you feel like men should be is beneath you. You don't understand. You have all that's emotional. Yeah. You have no logical appeal to how you're looking at life right now.
Right.
When it comes to men being actors, the men who have no babies right now, they're getting judged. They're like, why don't you have babies by now? Well, I'm not married. I've never been married. I never met a woman to have kids by. I just don't want to have no babies. You know what I'm saying? Oh. And it looks weird that they're 30 plus, 40 plus, no children. No baby mama. It's not that it's bad. Yeah. It just makes women wonder what's wrong with you.
Nothing.
Ain't nothing wrong with the dude.
He's smart.
He's smart.
You know what he's doing.
But everybody be astonished. How'd you make it this far without a woman trapping you? Is really what they're asking, bro. Like, damn, a woman ain't want to trap you yet. Like, you ain't never been worthy of being trapped. Like, a woman ain't never tried to lock you down. Like.
Yeah, well, you can't be trapped if you don't want to be trapped. That's first and foremost. Like, at the end of the day, a man can't be trapped.
You can get out of it.
Yeah.
You can't get out of it. You just gonna come with some bullshit, but
you can't get out of it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I said the trap part is because a woman could want to have a baby with you all she wants. Like, if she not literally using the condom that she bought and poking holes in it, like, if you coming with your own condom and you protecting yourself, there's no way for you to get trapped.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see how you get trapped. Like, if there's a way for you to get trapped.
Trap mean I thought she wasn't gonna keep it. Like, I thought if worst came to worst, she wasn't gonna keep it.
Oh yeah.
That's what, like, we had. Trap is a psychological misunderstanding. Trap is not a physical misunderstanding.
Okay.
So with a woman, she got trapped when it was a physical misunderstanding. With a man, it was like, hold on, I thought you weren't gonna roll like this if it went down like this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the.
that's a bad mistake.
Yeah,
that you don't want to make.
You trusted somebody in a grimy situation.
If she get pregnant, she gonna go get rid of it. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Know that, buddy.
Like, let's say if I say it like this, let's say, okay, Verse, we're gonna go rob these dudes. Now they start shooting, you ain't gonna leave me there to die, huh? No, I ain't gonna leave you there to die. They start shooting. Verse, where you going? Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, why did you go into this shit with the rob them dudes? Well, I thought I could trust old boy. I thought he was my partner. You thought he was your partner.
A lot of people thought they could trust motherfuckers, and they sitting behind jail right now because that motherfucker snitched on them.
Yeah, or sitting on child support right now, working this penny ante ass job. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they thought this woman was gonna play it like this.
Yeah.
So a lot of fellas like, well, how'd you get trapped? You didn't get trapped. Yes, psychologically I did. Like, she really convinced me she wasn't gonna play it like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never have a baby for a man I'm not with. I mean, I'm on birth control. I've been on birth control. And then you're like, well, how'd you get pregnant? It didn't work. I don't think they would be in business, baby, if the birth control didn't work. I think so. Let's sue them. Let's sue them. So I never. If you put the birth control in your arm and it didn't work, baby, let's go sue the people. So I now got to be on child support. So we use that money to take care of the child. Nah, we can't sue them. Why? Because it worked. I started. Yeah, I know it worked. You go try to tell them white folks right now that birth control didn't work. They're gonna sit you down. You feel what I'm saying? You know it worked. So it's like always the psychological misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? Like even with me, I assumed birth control was being applied. You know what I'm saying? I assumed that it wouldn't go that far. I assumed that she wasn't in the point of life where she would keep the baby. I wasn't. We were both in college. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, why would we stop college? She was tired of school. Grades all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So of course you'll drop out and have a baby right now. That's more secure. That's easier for you to do than finish school and get a degree and whatever. You can just ride mine. I dropped out too. I would be like you. I dropped out too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I got called. And I told her, so I said, I can't. I'm not saying you're not gonna ride this way with me. I said, she's like, I'm gonna pop up on that campus. I said, no, you're not gonna be doing this. I'm not gonna be the dude in class. My baby mama's chasing me behind campus with the baby and all that talk. No, you're not gonna ruin my. I just quit. I'll come back. If she made sure I never come back, that's cool. I'll get a CDL. That's cool. We'll just keep progressing.
Fucked up your life, bro.
Hey.
She fucked up your life.
Because of and people like, well, you did it because you laid out and had sex with her. Yeah, I just should have been jacking off. I should have just been absent. I should have been a perfect Christian. I should have been. But why can't y'all be that way? Because if she would have been that way, then guess what? We never would have had a baby either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
or y'all would have had the baby, and you could have still stayed in school because you didn't have nobody that was gonna be coming up to campus like an idiot chasing you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
and she told me, I said, man, look, I'm gonna stay. What made me drop out of school was her telling me, like, well, we're gonna come. Nigga, send the baby, nigga. Like, I'll take my daughter. I'll be okay. Nah. And she had this idea, and a lot of women have this idea, and that's why they'll tell the kids, like, your dad cheated on you too, because they have the idea that they're one with you. Like, whatever I say, they're God over the kids. There ain't no such thing as God or, you know, no higher power over these kids. It's the women. You know what I'm saying? What I say goes with my child. Nigga, what you say don't go with yourself. You can't go buy a tampon at the store right now. You can't even do nothing. You mad because they changed the abortion law, but you gonna run this child life like you God in heaven. And when that old child ought to be nothing, let's blame the dad. Oh yeah, let's charge him for it while this going on the whole time. It's became a game, bro, that is so ludicrous and crazy that men are not getting married anymore. They're not having kids anymore. And the OnlyFans is blowing up off the roof. They would just look at coochie. They don't want to touch it. They want to look at it. They say touch it is dangerous. That's why the strip club popping? Don't no babies come out that motherfucker unless you go around the back. The niggas that want to have babies, they go around the back and they got to pay an extra fee. And they going to keep paying the extra fee too. But nah, women are like, why would y'all just go look at a woman naked? That's the most less dangerous sexual experience you could have with a woman. Why would you get on OnlyFans?
Never thought about it like that.
Yeah, bro, no, that's the safest way. That's the safest way. Don't touch it. Just look.
Yeah.
I can go to Neiman Marcus.
You actually can touch in the strip club, but I'm saying it's not gonna lead to a baby.
Bro, you gonna get a herpes. You gonna touch her, and then you gonna touch your lip and have a herpes. Don't touch her. Don't touch them. Don't touch. Just look at them. Who gonna tell you something? Just look at them. They already naked. Just look at them. Just look. Don't touch them. You gonna touch him and be on child support. You gonna get a letter from the government. You touch the bitch, she pregnant now. We're gonna need 20% of that. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. You touch, you buy. Don't touch, buy. I'm telling you. You touch, you buy. That's what it's coming to, bro. Don't touch him. You feel what I'm saying? You go get yours. You look. If that's nice. I'm staying engaged with women. You know, that's messing with my testosterone. I go look at it, say, go work out with that energy. Yeah, it's good to look at them. Don't touch them, bro. And you got a lot of men who are really learning this. You know, they got these little cushion things now. They like from the waist of a woman to like the knees of it, they plastic or silicone or something. And they got 2 holes right now. You see them in all the movies now. That what men buying. They want y'all to know. That what men buying. They got the little thing too. You buy in the store, the little fake silicone one. Yep. You just slide. You use that to do your little thing.
Yeah, they definitely got that.
So yeah, men are getting toyed out too. You know, it's cheating. And guess what? No child support comes from toys. So it's like, what's crazy is how robotic they're making everybody. Think about that. You finish the men. They got the women first. Now the men are getting comfortable sleeping with the silicone and the little vibrating things and the robotic women. You know, this guy, one dude married a robotic woman. I don't blame him. She ain't gonna get no alimony if it was over. Ain't no she ain't.
It's just a matter of time. Before they get a software update.
Yeah.
And they gonna start filing child support. They be like, oh shit, we can get child support.
Like, hold on. So the robot bitch, she got me on a life insurance policy. Yeah, when I die, the robot get rich. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. You know what I'm saying? I can't trust the robotic bitches. Goddamn. Damn, bro, they gonna force your game now. They gonna force you that way now.
One way or another.
Hey,
right?
one way or another, babe. But
well, shit, you don't even want to go that way because according to today's economy, men can get pregnant too, and then he'll put you on child support.
Oh, right.
He'll put you on child support. So,
the brother.
I mean, don't think that's the easy way out either.
The day I look up and I see in this country men are putting other men on child support, bro, for kids, bro, I'm moving to Mecca. I'm going back. I'm moving to Egypt. I'm going into the pyramid. I'm never coming out. Don't come. I'm just gonna live in there, bro.
He said, "Put me in."
Something's in there that ain't out here.
I'm King Tut.
No, I'm going to the Tut pyramid. I'm gonna press something on purpose and go and die. I just live in that spiritually, bro. I don't even want to be out here no more, bro. You know, but you know, the kids. The emotional effect that this is having when people connect. People look at kids like rats now, like you an infestation. Like, and I remember at times felt that way as a child. Like, you know, like people look at me like I'm just a burden to be around, like a stray cat. You know, and that's why a lot of kids are so easily persuaded by the media, by rappers, by movie stars, and these Instagram and social media personalities. That's why they're so easy to be persuaded, because they want to feel wanted. The one thing I wanted to give my kids, you know, from my stepson all the way down to my baby boy and my daughter, and I think that's how I won my daughter over from her mother. I made her feel wanted. Like, there is no motive. You're part of me. Me loving you is like me loving me. Right. Matter of fact, I learned how to love me by loving you. I didn't love me till I had you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't value me till I loved you. So, you know, it's like making your child feel that way. That's child support. Like, emotional support. You know, being there for your kids, protecting your kids in this cold world, that's child support.
Yeah.
Spiritually leading your kids to understand not to be misguided by this world. That's child support.
You know what just hit me? And it just hit me just now. You know how mothers always had this thing with like, oh, you only a dollar sign to the kids, or you just financially there. Like, I'm here within the house, I'm doing all this stuff, and you working, and all you do is just do the financial stuff. And it's like, but when you go down and get child support,
that's
all
all
they give you is finances.
Wow.
So how is it that I'm being ridiculed for doing the same thing?
And when you get ready to
break
leave
up, you're gonna go to child support to get me for.
And you're gonna make sure you get this. What
Exactly.
you're saying is not enough right now. And what you're saying that you're woman enough to go get yourself. That would be killing me too. I don't need child support. Like, my baby mama got this thing where she doesn't need the child support. I just should be paying it.
You know damn well you.
I be like, you broke. I be like, you broke, you bummy. Why you keep calling them white folk, asking for more money and all that? Because I go get a new job. Every time I get a new job, I get a letter in the mail. Your check has been reviewed and everything is in good standings. And I go to my wife. Yeah, she was trying to get more money. She heard you got a new job. And I text him like, why you do this? Like, why you always gotta, every time I get a new job? Are you that poor? You want me to give you a donation? I can write it off. You know, do you need me to kick back something? Is there anything you need? Toiletries, anything like that? Can we just, instead you have to go through these white people out the government all the time?
Facts.
I don't need the money. That's pennies to me. Well, then go take me off.
Exactly, but you won't do that.
Bah ha ha ha. You know what bah ha is? When they started the laughing with a B. That's the evil laugh. The bah ha 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 ha. That's what I got.
Oh yeah, that's the bitch laugh. B stand for bitch.
Like, bitch, please. You know, I take you out no child support, dude. For you to go out there and get rich and I don't get no scratch.
Right. But I do want to give shout out to a female. I ran across her post on Facebook.
What was it?
And she took her child's father off of child support on Father's Day. And she said pretty much like he was, because she was like talking about how he's always there for their daughter and such and such and such. So she literally signed the paper, wrote it, notarized it, sent it into the child support child support place to get her baby father removed off of child support. They not together, none of that. And she got him taken off.
That
and I just wanted to give,
bro.
I just want to give some acknowledgement to her. I believe her name was Amanda or something like that.
Oh Lord, that's not that. That right there, heartfelt, man. On Father's Day too.
On Father's Day,
bro. I would have fainted. Bro, like the TV show. I'd have fainted. I swear for God.
Yeah.
Ain't no way in hell you gonna hold it down to be this real, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot, I mean, not the fathers who are not there. That's what we can't stress enough. But to the father who, let's say you put him on child support. Let's reverse what I said earlier. Let's say you put him on child support for 2-3 years to see how the nigga act, and nigga do right. Take him out child support, bruh. He been acting right, doing it right. Okay, you got him trained. Go and take the training wheels off. Let him be a daddy. You feel what I'm saying? Let him run. Let him rock. Let him roll. You got it?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But I mean, that example right there is to show that a lot of women, bro, they just want to make sure their children okay. No, not every woman going to put their child on child support is giving a damn about money. No, they give a damn about their child life, and they're making sure they're going to always have what they need to make sure their child's okay.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's about intent. You feel what I'm saying? And once again, once the man show you that he has that same interest, your child's life, then no matter what, he's always going to make sure that y'all's child's life is one of, not the top one, the top two, top three parties in his life, outside of himself and God. You know what I'm saying? Then, hey, look, y'all on the same page. Then there's no point of y'all having somebody else mediating y'all business. See, one thing I like about cryptocurrency is it's decentralized money. It takes the government between us, and now we can just do a peer-to-peer financial transaction. Let's decentralize our kids. I should be able to have a baby with you without the government being in the blue. That's when we're mature.
A fact. And
go ahead.
I'm glad you said that. So I want to take the time to give another shout out, specifically to all the women, countless women I had conversations with, whether it was Clubhouse, social media, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever social media platform.
Women that co-parent with their baby father, and their kid's father may not even be as active as they want him to be, but they refuse to put him on child support
or put him down.
Or put him down.
Or go at him like that.
Don't talk bad about him to their kids. Don't run down a child support place to make their life harder. Don't do anything like that. What I've came to realize is that it all has to do with how we was brought up. Mm-hmm. And what I found out was most of the women that was talking like that came from
the same situation,
double parent household. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have a different outlook on what a mother and a father dynamic is over someone that was just raised with a mother that never had a father.
Or they have a different outlook on what's healthy and what's toxic for their child.
Exactly. Because it's very toxic for you as a mother to downplay the father of this child to because this is an extension
of the father. So you're saying I ain't shit too.
Exactly.
And I used to tell my mother, when I got grown, I used to tell my mother, stop talking down to my father because that's my dad. And that was my way of telling her it's like you talking down on me. And I have to tell my dad the same thing. My dad would be like, your mama is. I'm like, hey, dude, stop talking down to my mom. That's my mom. And it's hard explaining to your parents that I am you can't come hating a part of this mother and don't say you don't hate me too. You feel what I'm saying? Even with my baby mother, I had to come to terms with everything I've been through with her because it became a point in time I realized if I feel something negative about her, it's just, even though I don't want to, even though I feel like I never will, eventually, even if my daughter's 30 when it happens, I'll start treating my daughter how I feel about her.
I don't think so.
Well,
and I'm saying off experience.
You said, no. What I'm saying is just a moment of clarity.
Okay,
we men. We're not emotional like that. I live by principles, not emotions. And it's principles, that's not right. I wouldn't do that. Not who I am.
Right.
I would get down how I emotionally feel. But I still emotionally wanted to nip that in the bud because I didn't want my daughter knowing that I felt that way about her mother, no matter what her mother did. Because I let my daughter know I went through all that for you, and I would go through all that again. So I'm not mad at her. Right. The only way I'm mad at her is if you wasn't worth it. You were worth it. So.
Oh yeah, my kids is worth it, but I'm
not
mad at the mom. Cause two things can be true. But
I got one outside child. Huh? I got one outside child in my relationship. How many do you got?
Right now, so I got 3. So all my oldest, my 3 oldest.
You a little woe out that I am.
My daughter and my 2 boys come from the same mother, which was my previous marriage.
Oh, your daughter. So it's all one woman.
My daughter and both my boys come from the same.
That's the problem too.
Right.
Both kids, same woman.
Same woman. Right? So,
oh Lord, have pray for you.
I went through watching her drag me back and forth to court. She's not working, I'm working. I gotta miss days of work to come to court. I gotta go through all this, right? Coming out of pocket, missing days of work, all of this stuff going on for me to fight you in court when my daughter's telling you she want to live with me.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Why the fuck are we still going to court? She's telling the court she want to live with me. She's telling you she want to live with me. And yet and still, you dragging me through court constantly. And you know what I realized?
What?
She wanted to keep her with her.
Even though she wasn't fit,
because it would affect her money.
Oh, the government benefits.
Yeah, if I get
less
custody of my
food
daughter,
stamps,
that's less child support.
Oh, less food stamps for it too. Like less government, less housing voucher. It's all across. Man, look, y'all got any comments? We got any comments, Kat? We got any, anybody out there that might have dealt with a similar situation, man, or might, heard, been through the same similar situation, man. We're gonna read some of the comments right now and see if we can get a little response and get more active with our followers, man.
Yeah, we definitely need to hear what's going on from our viewers.
And Lady Fresh, appreciate that, man. Shout out to her.
Shout
She
out
has
to
a
Lady
great
Fresh.
show. And man, a woman to tell you in a heartbeat when all a daddy wants to do is pay child support, that's not enough. My child is still psychologically, spiritually, and emotionally not growing because all you want to do is send a check.
Right.
Well, the check's not enough then because there's so much you just named after that money. You know what I'm saying? But the money's part of it too, though. Child got to eat. Child got to survive.
Right.
But not to the extent, to the point where it makes the father feel like the money he's sending should suffice for all the emotional and, psychological support that he should be giving a child just because he's giving a big check. But I do love that comment, though.
No, absolutely. Lady Fresh, she have a great show called Fresh Perspective.
Yeah, y'all check that out, man.
Another comment earlier. Lady Fresh had another comment earlier. I took my oldest daughter's father off child support. It was counterproductive. They locked him up, and that didn't help my child.
Oh,
I like that.
the way that she realized, hold on, I put him on child support for my child to have a father.
Right.
He can't pay it because he can't pay it or he ain't gonna pay it.
Right.
He's
now
gonna
he's
go to
locked up
jail.
and my child don't have
Can't
a father
even see him.
present. Right.
And now she got a jailbird father when she just had a bum father. Which one is worse, a bum father or a jailbird father? Give me the bum. He's free. I go see him. He come to Donuts with Dads. The jailbird father can't come to my game. Can't do nothing.
Can't do nothing. No type of support at all.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So I love that, man. Like you gotta love the women that say, you know what, I got it, man. Even though he's supposed to be there, bro. Like God is real, man. Or there's higher powers. There's more of you to give. You know what I'm saying? And then your child grows up too.
Yeah, big shout out to Lady Fresh
I
for
love that,
recognizing what was important to her child
Hey,
and doing
man.
what was important to the
Brave mothers out here, man. That's
Yeah.
hard. That's the same heart it take to go wrestle a bear. I'm gonna take care of this child by myself.
So I rather that. I rather what Lady Fresh did than you got mothers out here that say, oh, you don't pay child support, I'm gonna get your ass locked up. So you don't want your child. You don't want me nowhere in the child life at all, right?
and
You
what-
want me to just not be able to take care
And
of
the
the child.
revelation I just got from women like Lady Fresh, man, it's like not only do they take up the task of being mama, shit, low key, if the dad ain't gonna be around, they gonna be the only grandmama that's known too. It's gonna get bigger than that. You really taking on a generation on by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you have these kids and you say, you know what, bro, I'm just not gonna keep punishing this man for being who he is,
Right,
man.
right.
My mom used to say
Right.
about me, you can't get blood out of turnip. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, man, you can't punish somebody for being who they are. You know what I'm saying? If they showing you who they are, let them be.
And a father's relationship with a child is more important than any amount of money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. And if you take him our child support, let him get his money together, might have some.
Yeah.
I told my baby, I said, let me get my thing. She said, no. So I'm going to say, man. But yeah, let us know if we got any other comments. We don't want our viewers feeling like that we're not interacting with them, man, and stuff, for the things of that nature. Let us know if we got any more.
ATG TV says, dealing with it right now with my oldest son's mother. She's bitter because I've moved on.
Oh, yeah, man. She got to stop you from being something to another woman. Like we pointed out earlier, it ain't about you. It's
Right.
about the fact that she can't my baby mama told me one time, she said, you know what, I'm going to be mad because we were going through our little, she said, I'm going to be mad we get another woman. I said, wow, we don't even like each other like that. We never even did this based on the fact that we were supposed to be together because I know what she's going to get. Like, I didn't know what she meant by that. Like for you, like I know what the other woman's gonna get, like
Right.
out of you as a man. So
Right.
when she started going, that's when I started connecting. Oh, she doesn't want, not that she doesn't want me to be nothing. She don't really care about my life. She doesn't want me to be with another woman.
Yeah.
So it's really the hate that women have for each other they express through us, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I hate that you're going through that, man. But guess what? Don't let her ruin it, man. I wouldn't be with my wife today if I let the tactics and the measurements that my baby mama put me through, weigh on my life. Man up. Go through it and get easy tomorrow, man.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
man. Stand strong, stay on your square, and fight for what you want. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like me, I went through it.
Yeah.
Like I went for years and still going through it.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
right.
saying?
But get
at the-
arrogant.
Yeah, but
Get
at
cocky,
the end of the
yeah.
day, I was one of those that went to court and fought hard.
Yeah.
And I went to court for all my children.
Mm-hmm.
it just so happened my oldest daughter, she was on her way to high school, and we was trying to basically I had got her into like a Catholic school in Long Island, New York. Mother was trying to get her to go to her zone school in Brooklyn, which was like a bum ass school with like a 33% graduation rate. Like I'm talking about a bum ass public school. We literally in court. I'm bringing like tons of paperwork showing the differences between the schools and everything. Like judge looking at her like she's like you
like she tweaking.
Man, like what's you get what I'm saying? Like so initially I wound up getting custody of my daughter first because we was in court about her school stuff.
Yeah.
When I got custody of my daughter, my son asked me, Dad,
damn,
why I'm not, you know what I mean? Why you just, no, I'm dead serious. Why would you just, and I'm like, well, son, like y'all had attorneys, like you gotta tell your attorney, like she told her attorney, whatever. She's like, he was like, Dad, I told my attorney asked me who I want to live with. I told her I want to live with your mom. You know his attorney never brought that shit up in court. She never spoke for him in court.
So your son told the attorney, I want to stay with my dad.
Absolutely, at 9 years old.
Yeah, and the attorney never said that.
Never said it in court, and I never knew because this is a conversation he had with the attorney by himself when she came to visit them and speak with them before they went to court. So I didn't know that was told. So I'm just going with the punches. But just to go back to AGTV, now I recently just got custody of my son, and he come to live with me July 15th. Now I got one more boy, my 9-year-old, and you know I'm publicizing to the world. I'm going to get my son. Hey, like I'm not stopping until the mission complete. All three of mine need to be with me because they're all going to be taken care of and provided for the right way. They're not going to be used as no monetary goal. Like I always told their moms this. Like you know what I found strange about everything I said, because if I get my kids today or tomorrow, I'm not taking you to child support. I don't need shit from you. You know why? Because these mine. I got to take care of them regardless.
No, we different.
I got to take care of them regardless.
I need mine bike.
No.
I need mine bike.
No.
Took mine in vain, and I ain't have it like that.
I respect what you're saying, because I had my daughter for 4 years and I've been paying for her. So you goddamn right. I'm going back to get every dollar back from the 4 years that I've been paying for her. But like outside of that, like once I have my kids, like moving forward, I don't need nothing for you because I never needed nothing from you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
but the kids.
Exactly. Anything that my kids ever got in life, you know, from when we was together to when we weren't together. Clothes, trips, AAU programs, karate classes, whatever it was, I fronted that bill.
Yeah.
I paid that.
Yeah.
So it's like when I get my kids, you can continue being who you are.
And they will, trust me.
Yeah,
you already know that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need nothing from you, you know, but they are going to clear up this 4 years that I've been paying for my daughter, and she's legally been in my custody, like through court papers.
Yeah.
Not like
school enrollment, like you enrolled in school.
Yeah. So for 4 years, y'all going to have to do some retroactive payments.
Yeah.
I need all that shit back.
And that's another problem too. Like when black men, like just speaking on the whole child support situation, I always felt like it was wrong for my baby mother to take my daughter's money and not at least make some investments for her, buy some stocks, you know, save some in the savings account. I mean, a lot of these women have nothing to show for the years and years and years. They've been getting hundreds and thousands of dollars a month from men for their kids. They have not built their kids' future at all.
Nah.
So what I said if I ever got child support, I would take that. I would have my daughter have a certain amount of, I would use that to teach my daughter financial literacy. I would use that to let her learn how to budget, you know, let her learn how to save, and I would let her invest and grow her money, and I would teach her to buy bullion, stocks, crypto, get this dividend stock right here, baby. You're gonna make money off that just sitting there, and I'm gonna use that money to do what a mother should have done. A mother should have took my money and built my daughter. So I feel like I can't rightfully get custody of my daughter and not ask for child support. I would have to ask my daughter, do you want child support? If she's my daughter, she's gonna want her money. And once she get her money, that's for us to sit down and build her future and use that as a platform and a way for her to learn how to be self-sufficient and financially self-sustainable.
Right, but here's the thing though. You're going to teach her that whether you get child support from her mother or not.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier with the child support. It's a lot easier. Just give it back. You ain't give me that what I gave you. You ain't give me that what I gave. Just give it back. That's it. I'm gonna keep the baby. Just give what I gave you back. Hey, leave us at 0, right? Okay, bet. I paid child support 12 years. If she started to be 6,
you know, I'm not mad at that. I got a cousin of mine.
Yeah.
He went through hell with his wife. she at one point had skipped town with his kids, bro.
I went
And
through
for
that.
like 2 months, bro.
I went through that for a
He
year.
could not find his woman. He had to get a private investigator.
And they not gonna do
Fine.
nothing. If you
Yeah.
call and say this woman that took my child, 'cause my daughter was taken to Houston for a year,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't see her for a year.
But I commend, and that's fucked up, but I
Yeah.
commend my cousin because he went hard. When I say hard, nigga, pay lawyer, private investigator, everything. You know what I mean? Went, fought her hard, found the kids, took her to court in that district, won the case, and then turned around and put her on child support.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, I
I'm like,
love it.
cuz. I'm
Yeah,
like,
cuz.
you needed the child support? He like,
Nah.
nah, not really.
Just
But fuck it, she put me through the bullshit. I had to pay all this money for attorneys,
And that's
now
why-
she gonna pay you until and
that's
I
why
respect it.
A lot of these women don't learn their lessons. You're not a man unless you can put the smack down. When it's time for you to say, oh, it's punishment time, because if the shoe was on the foot, you'll roll me right now. Yeah, I couldn't go in the court and the judge say, hey, your baby mama hit for $1 million. You want some? Yeah, I want the whole thing. Yeah, because that was, yeah, we have no heart. It's not a man for you to go put the punishment, put the smack down, and put some consequence on the fact that a woman can't plan with you in your fatherhood.
Right.
Nah, when the shoe on the other foot, you're going to be a little bitch about it. Nah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Man up. Put on child support.
Well, rightfully so. Like I said, I don't need nothing from her.
Shit.
But goddamn it, you going on child support. now.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Man up. Man up, man. You got your kid, you need child, man up. Because they don't know how it feels.
See, and
They do not know how it feels for their kids. A lot of them don't know how it feels. Like, I feel like on a large scale for their child to be a bill.
Right, but not only that though. Here's the difference between me, you, my cousin, other like-minded men, individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're gonna get child support. If we get child support from the mother, that shit gonna straight to our kids.
Yeah, bro.
Like
I
it's
wouldn't
not
feel
going
right
to us. We don't want your money to take care of us.
I wouldn't
but
feel-
you want our money
to take care of you in the name of your child.
Right. I would literally get every time that if I took a child support, every time a fucking child support check come in, it would go right into my kid's hands.
Bro, I wouldn't
Because
feel
I don't
right.
need your money. Never did.
I wouldn't feel right buying a dub sack of weave with my child money, let alone a weave, $100, $200, $400 weave. Like, nah, I wouldn't feel comfortable buying a pair of Jordans with my child money.
Right.
Let alone paying for a house or a car with my child's money. So
Let
like,
alone taking care of another man with your child money.
so we can look like
Drinking
we
and smoking and going out on dates with the child support money that you're supposed
I've
to be
been
taking
through
care of your kids. You get what I'm saying?
That was a picture I got one time with my baby mother, some dude she was talking to, and they was giving me the middle finger. And in the back seat, my daughter was asleep in the back seat, and she said, "Yeah, just got done going out to eat with your money." It was basically talking about the child support money, and I ain't gonna lie, bro.
That shit hit you a little bit.
I want to kill somebody.
look like you
I-
feel
yeah,
offended right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
You ready? That
because
shit
like,
brought back some
why would you
emotion.
take my money? And then one time we to go pick up my daughter, and she had another dude that was there, and he had on like a pair of my Nike shorts. I swore I lost. I didn't know where they went. They was like they was black. They had a little gray, lime green. You know what I'm saying? My brother had bought the shorts for me, and I'm going picking up my little daughter. I look up, dude got on my shorts, and my baby mama just kind of look at me like I'm gonna say something. Like I look, he can have them just like he can have your ass. And I left.
Right.
You know, but it was just a nitpicking. It was just the way that it was always like, hold on, I don't want you taking my money and nitpicking at me by spending my money on other men. Like, don't do that. Don't be telling me, oh, I'm finna go get my hair done and go to the club because you paid your back child support.
Right.
So now I'm finna go to the club off your back child support. And yeah, my dude taking me out, like we gonna have a good time off your bread. Why you gotta send me this? Just do it, first of all. Like, I didn't even know.
Right.
You feel
Why are you going out your way
to let me know?
Show me that? Yeah.
You
'Cause
feel what I'm
trying
saying?
to get under
You
my
trying to
skin.
get under my skin, so I can't function for my next woman. And then if my next woman or my present woman see that I'm mad at you, she gonna feel like I'm emotionally tangled with you. This is a game, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it starts with the funds. And once they got your funds, they got you emotionally because you mad and you upset about the money.
Right.
Now you.
Feed it into the bullshit, entertainment.
Not everything else she do bother you, and then this what your present woman gonna want to say. Oh, well, she bothered because you still got to, you still in love with her. You don't see this fucking bill coming in the mail. You don't see this bill, and she doing this on top of the bill, on top of the fact she playing games with me seeing my child. I ought to be in jail right now doing 99 to life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But most
It's a
men,
dangerous game,
it's
man. These
bro,
women's playing with these children, man.
And look, what's a father's or mother's or parents' natural instinct when it comes to protecting their child? It's to kill. I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but I'm going to say it. When you get to playing with somebody's child, bro, and they love their child, they want to kill you to make sure you can't never do that again. So they can have peace. Why does a protector have to be a killer? Because you can't have no peace as a protector knowing that what you got to protect your family from and your children from is still alive. So a lot of men, I've learned to realize, because they look at those women like, bro, before I kill you, bro. I'm gonna leave you the child alone,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna call y'all talk because I want to kill you, bro.
Yeah.
And then that's not a manly way to feel. How is it not? She's poking at me, making me feel helpless. I got testosterone in my veins. She's playing with my child, poking me with the gunman.
Right.
I want to kill.
So let me ask you this question.
I want to kill.
Let me ask you this question. For the men that do go through that and decide to say, you know what, I'm just eliminating myself from the situation altogether, right? And then that child is now growing up with basically a one-sided story.
Yeah.
The mother just saying all this stuff that the father is and how he is and all this other things like that. And the reason why I bring that up, I want to ask you, like, do you feel it's appropriate for a man at that point to, like, turn his back on, let's say, an adult son, right? An adult son that's been indoctrinated by his mother and, like, have problems with his father only based off of what his mother told him.
Do we curse on the show?
Hell yeah, we do.
Hey man, fuck you, little nigga. You don't know what the fuck I been with your mom. Hey dude, what you do? Dude, I left because I was gonna kill you and her. Get on Facebook right now and see all the fathers who are murdering the woman and the child right now. Mad at the whole situation and then killing themselves too. Ain't you
Bro,
alive? Ain't your mama alive?
You
Ain't
know how
I
many
alive?
conversations I had to defend 50 Cent for how he operate with his oldest son.
Hey man,
I had to defend this nigga hard because I say, yo, you gotta understand, like,
man to man, fuck you, little dude.
exactly, like, nigga, like you don't understand.
Father
You're-
and son, I love you,
you're
but
an
man to man,
yeah, you're an extension of me.
And
And you allowed your mother, as a grown ass man, you
still
allowed
ain't seen.
everything your mother said to sit in your head to where you have the ability to come sit down with your father and get the other side of the story, which is probably the right side of the story, right? And you don't want to take that, you know, that obligation or that responsibility because you're so indoctrinated by what your mother said. So guess what? Fuck your mother and fuck you.
dog, because I was gonna fuck all of us up. I don't think people get that, bro. When you drive men into a corner,
Lady Fresh says they always learn the truth.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I used to literally, I don't know how many times I sent text messages to my kid's mother saying, yo, everything that you doing by manipulating our children is going to backfire on you at the end.
Yeah, when
because
they
kids
reveal-
don't stay small. They're going to get older. They're going to start experiencing life experiences. They're going to start seeing things for themselves. They're going to
Right.
start questioning things. When it all come full circle,
They gonna hate you.
It's going to have resentment against you.
So I think this generation of kids, I think they're gonna have a lot of not mothers like the real mothers out here, but the mothers that's like that, the resentment that men was getting for years from kids, like fathers ain't. They gonna start feeling the same way or worse about these mothers because you have so many fathers right now, bro, going through. Like my daughter, my Father's Day card always says thank you for everything you went through for me because she sat back from the time that my daughter's recollection, she was like 5-6 years old when she started seeing her mama like picking at me and poking at me, doing whatever she can do to like make me just give up on being a dad. And now at 11 going on 12 years old, she just saw you put my dad through hell to be in my life. And now it's coming too. Now she only want to be around her mama. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a certain level of like
and that's
disgust.
not nothing that you did.
Nah, I didn't do that. Nah.
That's her coming to realize.
I don't even wish that.
Yeah, to seeing who
Her
her
mama
mother
is.
is and what she did, and that's what I'm saying. They feel like they're using the kids to their advantage, not knowing that in the end it's
Yeah.
gonna backfire.
Yeah, because
It's gonna backfire.
it's not good. Intense karma involved with that, man. The government can give you whatever right the government want to give you, child support, whatever. But karma, they don't care about no government law,
Yeah.
bro. Karma is an alarm clock that go off whenever fuck shit time to pop up. Whenever
Yeah.
fuck shit pop up, karma go off.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And you on some, so you out here operating, moving wrong. I don't care if you're the mother or the father in this child support situation. I don't care if you're the father that pay all your child support, but you neglecting your kid on purpose. I don't care if you're the mother that's taking the money and not let. Karma is real, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So the universe ain't never sleep. You put out bad, you gonna get bad back. So all these women that feel like they have a right to live like this, man, I don't think you understand. Your kids are like, they might not tell you because of this national thing where no matter what, respect your mother. You know what I'm saying? But they can't stand your ass.
Yeah, but see, and that's what I'm saying. We gotta switch that narrative and not switch it to where no matter what, respect your mother
Respect
shouldn't
your
exist.
parents.
It should be, but
Respect
no
your
matter
parents.
what, you gotta respect your father too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
parents.
saying?
The Bible say that.
Right.
Respect thy mother and father. It
Right.
says mother first. I get a Bible that. But it says respect thy mother and thy father.
Right.
so that your days on this earth will be longer.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So not be short, depending on what kind of version you get into. I don't want to get too technical. Now y'all get on what I'm saying,
Yeah.
on the comments. But, you know, I really feel like at the end of the day, man, how can I be as responsible, if not more responsible to this child or for this child, if I'm not as valuable, if not more valuable than you as the mother?
See, but here's the thing. We have
To the child, not as a person, but just to the child.
to the child, right?
Yeah.
But we have to, and this is something that we got to do as fathers, but something that got to be done in society too. We got to uplift fathers more. There's not enough, you know, acknowledgement, you know what I mean, for fatherhood. Because, like I tell anybody,
Why is that, though?
because I think it's strategic.
It chumps motherhood.
It's a
If you have a
yeah.
good father in the house, at the end of the day, all the mother really did was have the children and really kind of made them and watch them. He did everything. He taught them how to think. He taught them how to make money. He taught them how to protect their.
But not only that, I go before that, bro. Like, the life that the woman carries for 9 months comes from the father, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and this is why when I didn't know my father, and I grew up in a neighborhood where a lot of my friends didn't know who our father was, and other niggas would be like, oh, I don't know my father, fuck that nigga, da da da. I never shared that sentiment.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because I always knew this the man that gave me life, bro. I don't give a fuck that I don't know him, what happened, he in jail, whatever the case may be. Go ahead.
Lady Fresh says, I don't know where I would be without my father. He set the standard for me.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And
And
and that's the importance of fathers, but they try to diminish the importance of fathers. So I like to nail that home to let everyone know, yes, your mother did carry you for 9 months. Yes, what she put in her body did go to you. She did, you know, grow emotional connection with you and all of that. Yes, but I put you in there.
Yeah.
Without me, you wouldn't be here.
And
She
I-
wouldn't have nothing to carry without me.
I fed her, that's how she fed you. If I'm a real father, I protected her.
Exactly.
I made sure she was okay.
I'm getting up 3 a.m. going to get her cravings. I'm rubbing the belly.
Yeah,
I'm laying
rubbing
there
the feet.
rapping to my kids
Yes.
while they're in the
I done
stomach.
cut the air
Like,
conditioner on.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
what if I'm a real man? But see, I think the women that got so used to men not being there while they pregnant, bro. Like I really think the experience you can give a woman by being there with her throughout her pregnancy versus all the other men where she got to be there by herself, I think it gives a woman a different value to men. And
Right.
but I don't think women let us be there for them, or traditionally it don't work out that way.
Right.
You know, whether they letting us or not, or traditionally you had the baby, we not seeing eye to eye. But with my baby mother, this what hurt me about her. I was there every day, every checkup, every doctor's appointment. I did things for her as if I had planned having a baby with her, and still ended up on child support.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I mean, karma is karma, bro. You know, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But I think women, if they allowed men to like be around, if you ever see them women who like they have a husband or they have a man that they with, and the man was there throughout the pregnancy, or they looked at it like it was a beautiful thing, and they happy. You know, what I'm saying it makes them feel more encouraged. It makes them feel more uplifted, like they're worth more because they were protected during a very vulnerable time like pregnancy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the women.
Jay Savage says, that's what I'm saying. We've been giving women too much credit for childbirth. Let's go.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you had a baby, and then outside the government, what you gonna do with the baby? Like, think about having a baby in the Sahara Desert or the rainforest or the tundra. Wasn't no government there to stop you from a lion, a snake? You wasn't gonna go hunt for yourself.
right.
I had more value to the child because I had more value to you.
Right.
See, women are losing value as and seeing fathers in their children's lives because you don't see no reason why to do it in your life.
Right, because you took the value out of the man and you put it into the government.
The capitalist
government
society.
is your man.
Yeah, the government
Right.
is your man. So you want the government to be the father for your child too. Meanwhile, I'm just supporting all this
Right,
with my check.
right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I really, at the end of the day, man, I think it's so dangerous, man, that we don't really wake up and realize we need to keep the government out of our business when it comes to us having kids.
Facts.
I don't even like doing census bureaus.
Me either.
Why you ask me how many people in my house?
Yeah.
You want me to come and count folks? We need to start keeping
You ain't
it.
taking care of nothing in this motherfucker house.
Which
But
is
you want
all-
to know
yeah.
how many people in here.
ain't fix the nigga sandwich in this motherfucker, but want to know how many people in here. Nah,
Right.
bro, you know how many people in here? 'Cause you don't need to be counting here. You come over here, we got something for you.
That's
Don't
a
come,
fact.
government, don't come on here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with me, bro, I really look at it like it's dangerous having a government in family decisions, period.
Absolutely.
I don't think marriages should be going through the government no more. But that's another episode.
I just had a conversation
Should
about
marriages
that.
have to be
Absolutely.
government documented anymore? You know,
No.
like no, it should be just common law, common between. It should be a religious practice.
Right.
It should be a separation between religious and state and government law. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm married, the government should have nothing to do with it. Come to alimony, you shouldn't be able to come weigh in on this. Is a religious thing, agreement between man and woman.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Same thing with the kids though. I shouldn't be having the government. I used to tell this to my baby mama all the time. Why do I have to go through the government to talk to you about my child, bro? This is not grown. This is what my kids got to do when they can't decide they're going to watch TV. They come fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Over the remote. You know what I'm saying? I got to sit down and say, you watch, well, who had it first? Nah, bro, we adults.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know what a father's supposed to be. You know what a mother's supposed to be. You know what we going to do? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. But that was her decision.
Yeah.
You know, when it didn't have to be that. So,
Yeah.
you know, let's
And
leave. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they gotta put more respect on us. Like at the end of the day, we don't diminish the respect the mothers get.
Can't. They're going to
As far as they aren't gonna allow you to diminish it. But at the same token of time, we don't diminish it because we also know the value they play. We know taking care of the household, managing the kids while we out doing what we do, all these other things. But at that same token of time, the mother is around the kids more than the father in a lot of instances, but the kids listen to the father more than the mother.
Yeah, because why?
It's the mother saying, "Oh, wait till your father get home.
Yeah.
Or wait till I tell your father," right? And you around them all day long, but you can't get these motherfuckers to really listen to you the way the father can give the motherfucker an eye and change the whole dynamic in the house.
I believe truly a child, and this just came to me, I believe a child values the mother for getting them through all their days, but I think a child values the father for getting them through their whole life. And if that makes, like, your mother is such your day-to-day grind, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, you wouldn't get through one single day without your mother. But how many motherfuckers you know life fucked off because they never had a
Because they
father?
never have father facts.
So I believe like that. And I think we just have to learn these type of psychological understanding. Like, nah, I can't get through a day without my mama, but I can't get through life without my dad.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Like my mama baking cookies for me. She wiped my ass. She tell me I gotta brush my teeth. Like I can't get through a day without my mama. She been doing this since I was a toddler.
Right.
But man, my dad would die for me.
Right.
And he's a strong man. He can defend me. And he done went worked out here with his back. He done left me money. And he done built a house I can stay in out the weather.
Putting different type of principles in me than my mother is installing.
Exactly.
Like,
Especially if I'm a man.
Yeah, because mothers are more, nurturing
Emotional,
and
yeah. Well, they gonna always
like,
want you to look at life from how you feel. Your daddy gonna tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Principles. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think we just need to bring back, like you just said earlier, man. Just shine a light on what you said. We look at women like we wouldn't be here without you.
Right.
But women need to look at us the same because that's
Absolutely.
the fucking facts.
Absolutely.
It's equal value.
Absolutely.
Not one. It's not a man's more valuable. It's not. No. When it comes to these children, individual relationships are individual relationships. Because I swear, my wife make more money than me. That's shit. I'm baking cookies. I wouldn't give a damn. But when it comes to these kids, I'm still the man. Though.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And it's a difference. Stop letting our relationship trickle down to the parent.
Exactly.
Let's
like
build a
that.
wall
Yeah.
right there. Because I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of the parenting comes from whatever the status and whatever the current situation is with the relationship,
Right.
between you and outside, y'all been together, or y'all been you know what I'm saying, together in a relationship, or y'all been divided. It's like the kids always got to be dependent on the current situation of their parents' relationship. With old school, they just go close the door, so they'll go drive down the street and argue.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
Keep
right,
the
right,
relationship out the parenting.
Right.
It's ruining the parenting.
It is, and it's horrible because, man, I've seen situations like grown-ass parents, grown-ass mothers having altercations with the father and disagreements, and to go back and report the whole shit to the, like, go in the room and have a whole conversation with
grandkids.
12-year-old. No, with their 12-year-old
Yeah.
daughter, like she's your girlfriend. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, your father, and that, like,
And don't understand.
why are you putting them into grown folks' business?
Let me tell you this. My daughter came told me, because I told my daughter about 4 weeks ago, I said, men don't do women nothing. I say women teach little girls that men are bad, and then little girls start looking at little boys like they're already bad before those little boys even become men. And she was like, huh? And I said, that probably was a little fast for you, but you'll see it.
Yeah.
She came home from school one day, Dad, tell me why all these little girls are at my school, and my little daughter's in like 6th grade going to 7th, saying they're done with men, and they can't stand men.
6 and 7.
And men are breaking their heart.
Listening to their mother on the
Listen-
phone with their
listen to their
girlfriend,
mama.
downplaying their
And
father.
they're dating at it, and so you're dating boys, saying men are nothing. And I realize that's a big mistake a lot of women
Yeah.
made. You were sleeping with a boy. He might have been 21 years old, he might have been 24, but you sleep with a 25, 21, whatever age little boy. And when he made a mistake as a boy,
You accredited it to men.
You know what I'm saying? So I told my daughter, I was like, hold on, those little girls are finna get cheated on because those little boys are young.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of opportunities to go out there and meet other girls, see other options. Those little girls are gonna get their heart broken. They're gonna give a big part of themselves to those boys a little too early. Then they're gonna want men to pay for that. What they're allowing boys to do based on the fact their mother is telling them men are already bad. Oh yeah, but go ahead and start sleeping with them at an early age and start dating. So these women are teaching their daughters men are bad, but start dating. You know, and then
Men
it leads
ain't
to,
bad,
and then it
men
leads
ain't
to,
shit. You don't need a man.
and then that leads,
All of that.
but be sexually liberated and sleep with them because that's what they're doing. What? Oh yeah, and then go put them on child support. That, and I was able to show my little girl what have men ever done to you? In that it's a bunch of little boys. I gotta wake up one day and see those boys turning to men. And now from that point on, a man has done you something, baby girl. You sleeping with a little boy? That's between you, God, and that little boy. And God told you don't do that. So if you don't want to listen to daddy told you to do that, if you don't believe in religion. Because it's not what's best logically.
Right.
So if you want to go out there and live the lifestyle, understand what comes with it. You don't get to live that lifestyle to go put a man on child support.
Right.
Saying men ain't
Yeah.
when you started thinking this way with men were boys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just a big life lesson in it, man. But all in all, man, you know,
Accountability is the
accountability,
word,
and
right?
man, we need to take it too, man. You need to know who
Yeah.
that woman is, man. You know,
Yeah.
I should have known who my BM was. He should have known.
shoulda known.
She showed me
That's
who
a
she
fact.
was. It wasn't like I didn't know.
That's a fact.
I knew who she was,
That's
and
a
we have
fact.
to take accountability for that, man. We be knowing who these women is and still want to lay with them.
If you make your bed,
Lay in
you
it,
gotta
man.
lay in that motherfucker.
You still a sellout if you,
Hey, I know it's uncomfortable,
but it's for your child.
but you gotta lay in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And rightfully so. You can complain about it. You can sit
You
down
allowed
and
to
talk
complain.
about it. You're allowed to express how you
Yeah,
feel about it.
but you gotta do it,
You
though.
gotta sit back and take accountability that you're
Nobody
out
tell you
of.
can't complain or cry. You
Yeah.
can cry every
Yeah.
day, as long as you there for that child that you made, knowing damn well their mama wasn't nothing, or vice versa. If you're a woman,
Absolutely.
you have to lay in the bed you made when it comes to these children, because they gotta lay in the bed with you.
Absolutely.
Or why'd you leave them in the bed alone that you made and obligated them to be in? That's the fuck part.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, psychologically, man, let's do better by our kids, by keeping peace in the home. Let's keep these government out of our parental agreements with these parents, man. The government got one interest in mind: money. It's not your child's spiritual state affair. It's not your child's mind.
It's like, how could you leave the power of your house dynamic in the hands of the people that broke up
The house
Black
in the
family.
first person.
like the government is what broke us the fuck up, but yet and still
That's what they
we
run to.
depending on the government. to
Yeah, when they
fucking
can't control
fix
the
shit.
man,
Like, that's
yeah.
what- like it just don't work like that.
But I mean, a lot of women were raised by, capitalistic mothers, which means these are women who, like we always say on our show, they're married to the government. The government's their husband.
Right.
And those are the women you really got to watch out for. You know, they're gonna try to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, they look at you and value, but in all reality, they value their independence. They value their femininity, and they value.
I don't even want to say value their femininity because a lot of these women be masculine as fuck with their energy.
Well, what a new thing is, I have a masculine energy to replace the men with my femininity, because I'm so strong as a feminine woman, I can act in a masculine manner too and still be feminine. It's kind of like a cross dynamic mindset.
Yeah, that
with
don't make sense.
It doesn't make
It don't
sense,
make sense.
but it would to a crazy motherfucker. You know what I'm
to a
saying?
crazy-
like
yeah.
you
A
know what
crazy
I'm saying?
motherfucker came up with the idea, so
a
it wouldn't make sense to
like
a crazy
real man
motherfucker.
understands a woman's feelings. A real man does his little daughter's hair. A real man lets his wife paint his nails. A real man
And
go shoe shopping with his woman.
I never subscribed to that.
I
Because
never did it 'cause
Who are you?
I'm not doing my little
as
girl's
a
hair
woman
because I don't want her to look at me
to
like that.
tell me what a real man is, because what's gonna happen is you're only gonna tell me that a real man is
A
the
woman.
type of man that
You want, and it's normally feminine.
So yeah, you want a man that's gonna wear tutu, like with his daughter and do that. Like at the end of the day, a real man is not a man that put on a tutu because the 3-year-old is in a tutu. Like I can represent my daughter without putting on a
or
fucking
play
tutu.
with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could be the audience. Hey, baby girl, I'm the man in the audience. You put on a little tutu. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But the women, they like that because it gets you in a predicament where you will go to the feminine mindset while she's in the masculine one. So she wants you to think that sometimes it's okay, it's manly for you to be feminine, because sometimes it's feminine for her to be manly. That's why I was getting at. It doesn't make sense, but it does to a crazy.
You ain't about to. I ain't talking about you, but
Yeah.
y'all not about to confuse the shit out of me. Like, cause at the same token in time, when you want me to wear this tutu for my 3-year-old daughter,
3
I
weeks.
got a 6-year-old son that's watching me, and I ain't about to be walking around a fucking tutu, making my 6-year-old son feel like it's appropriate to walk around with that shit. So
Well, get on child support.
No, don't tell me.
We always got to end the show, but.
Now I'm on child support. I ain't want to wear a fucking
Yeah,
t-shirt.
you don't want to be a man that understands sometimes you got to be a little feminine? Child support. We'll get you soft in court. We'll bend you over in court. Yeah, you're taken in court. Right? No Vaseline. Yeah.
What Ice Cube said?
Yeah, no
No
Vaseline.
Vaseline.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's been a great show today, man. I think that's been very psychologically insightful. You know what I'm saying? I hope it was spirit. I hope it helped all the men that's going out there and all the women that understand that, you know, when y'all are out there asking for child support from these trifling men, we understand, trust me. These dudes, you can't have no baby, man. I don't give a damn how you got the baby here. You got it here, you got to take care of your child. So this not for the women who are out there seeking, you know, assistance to make sure that child is okay. That's part of you making sure your child is surviving. And that's part of you making sure for sure that you're being a mother to your child, but making sure you're getting everything your child's entitled to get. But for the mothers out there that's using that to buy press-on toenails and quick weaves, man, look.
And go clubbing and partying and all the other shit.
Your karma gonna come,
Your
man.
kids is lacking. They don't have no clothes. They have a limited amount of underwear and T-shirts and stuff. But you getting $900 a month.
Yeah,
and you on
man.
Section 8 and your rent $50 and your bills is about $175 total. But your kids can't. You know, I ain't calling no names. I ain't saying nothing.
$175 total.
You know, I can't. I
Bills
can't
are
even,
zipper
I don't
herb and
understand,
struggling.
bro.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it. Yeah.
You know, you can't
I don't understand.
like bills
I don't
are zipper
understand.
weave out here.
But you always have a zipper weed.
Yeah, for a nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're always on Facebook, you know.
I
Fresh
just-
as I don't know what. But look, man, look. Let's look out for the kids. The kids was born for the kids. They wasn't born for the father. They wasn't born for the mother. They was born for them, which means they were born for God. They were born to continue our humanity, and they were born to have a life of their own. They shouldn't be so subjected to the obligations that come with the fact that we had them.
Right.
They should have their own freedom and their own life, man, to go out there and say, unrestrictedly say, I want to go find who I am without having to be so confined with who I come from.
Right. Right.
If that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. I've spent a large amount of, you know, my kids' upbringing once we separated, trying to explain to them that there's certain things I would never talk to them about until they reach a certain age.
There's a reason
And
for
I
that.
know that your mother is speaking to y'all about certain things, but at this point in time, I'm not gonna combat that with anything else because y'all should only be focused on school, being a kid, your sports activities, whatever it is that you.
So
That's,
when you
that
grown,
should be
I'll
your
talk to you
focus.
about grown folks' business. Right now, you're a child.
You shouldn't be sitting in public school thinking about what the fuck mommy and daddy going through at home.
Because
You
your mama
shouldn't be
put you in
sitting-
it?
Yeah, sitting in public school thinking about what happened because mommy came to you last night and told you something that daddy did that you would have no fucking clue
If
about.
mommy didn't fucking tell you.
Yeah, and she also didn't tell you the part she played.
Oh, she didn't tell you what she did to make daddy
She
do
didn't
that,
tell
huh?
you what she did.
She didn't
to
tell you
piss
what she
daddy
did.
off.
She didn't tell you that,
She
huh?
just told, yeah. So it's like I always try to tell my kids that just be a kid.
Yeah, man.
Live your life,
Because once
enjoy
it's over,
life.
it's over. You
Yeah.
can't go back to this shit,
Yeah.
man. Don't let an adult ruin your childhood. You
Yeah.
can't go back and get your childhood.
Nah, you can't.
Ignore your mother. If your mother, if you say, hey, mama, I don't give a fuck if you 17 years old watching this show. Hey, mama, I don't want to hear that shit. Hey, dad, I don't want to hear that shit, man. I got to watch the basketball
I
game.
literally had to tell my son, bro.
For real, bro. For real.
I gotta bring this out and we could go to the close at the end of it or whatever. My daughter had a big game at high school, basketball game. The day before, 10 or 15 minutes before the game started, she gets a phone call.
I already know from who, bro. I just looked in your face. From my mama,
She gets a phone call.
He didn't respond. You don't want to say her name.
No, she gets a phone call.
Oh, bro.
Bruh. And the phone call was her mama talking to her about a text conversation that me and her had the night before on the phone about working out some situation between the boys and getting them down here and whatever.
It had nothing to do with your daughter.
Nothing. But she felt the need to call my daughter.
Before the game and put that on her mind before a big
Not
game.
only put it on her mind, here's the, because she like her manipulation.
Oh, she blamed the daughter because she said they want to go because you went?
No.
I'm trying to,
Hold
go
on.
ahead. I'm trying to
The
get to this.
manipulation practice on this is 1,000, bro. You hear me? We spoke the night before, had a conversation through text. She woke up the next day, and I have found this out from my son. think like half of her face was swollen. She had like a allergic reaction to some pill she took or something like that, like blood pressure pill or something. She went to the hospital. She called my daughter from the hospital crying, talking about your father's the reason why I'm in the hospital.
Wow. See, I thought it had some logical connection. What I said would have been logical because you went up there down to Texas. Now your brothers want to go down to Texas. Like,
She ran that before. Yeah, she
I knew
she been crossed that bridge.
I know she ran it on your daughter. That guilt trip. I knew she ran it on your
She
daughter.
been did that.
Yeah, you could have told she ran it. But that's
this
old, bro.
particular one, and bro, when I say this was my daughter's worst game of the fucking season, bro, like she stunk it up, bro. Stunk it up. So after the game, I'm like, I'm just thinking it's a bad game. I'm thinking it's a bad game.
She human,
bro.
it happens.
It's a bad game, right? She never told me about, I didn't know her mom was in the hospital at the time or anything. And she never told me what the situation was. She was crying or whatever, and I'm thinking she crying because she had a horrible game. She was crying because the whole time that was on her mind.
That you did something to her mother and put her in the hospital.
And she was all stressed out, and felt like she was gonna die.
And your father just did this to me.
Through text message, bro. I did it through text message, right? So I called my son because my son's still around. I'm like, son, where your mother? I'm like, what happened? Oh, nah, she, yesterday, whatever, and she took this pill, and her face was swollen, and she went to the hospital for that. Oh yeah. How the fuck would you call my daughter
and tell her I done stressed you out?
And try to make it seem like I stressed you out.
And you taking bad blood pressure pills.
and you in the hospital for a whole nother reason, right? But it really got to my daughter, and this is where I was like, yo, this is fucking manipulation at its finest. Like, you are damaging our fucking kids.
And know they doing it.
Yeah.
And don't give a fuck as long as they damaging you.
And that's bro, because that's some psychotic shit though. Hey. Like, you would really risk, get my words right. You would risk damaging your child just to try to get under my skin.
Yeah, because if you really want to love your child, you love me too, no matter what, no matter how much I got in your skin. If you really loved your child, you'll take me with the child. Yeah. So since you and your child would have something going on, I'm gonna hurt your child and hurt you too. Because both of y'all should be over here kissing my ass.
Bro, that shit pissed me off.
I know.
And I told my daughter from that day forward, never answer your fucking phone before a game. That's
nobody.
it. I don't give a fuck who calling, how many times. I could be calling you.
Don't answer.
Don't pick up that phone.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got some people that don't really care about what the fuck you got going on.
No matter how great it's going to be for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I'm calling. There's no way I'm doing that.
Yeah.
There's no way in the fuck I'm doing that, bro. First of all, I'm not doing it in general. But I'm damn sure not gonna call and lie to my kids to try to make like.
But I mean, it's the emotional high, man. It's the emotional high that they get from, you know what I'm saying, feeling like they're not in control, because whoever controls it, like me, one thing I learned, and I'm gonna just close with this, man. I learned a father's real priority should be the kids, and the mother wouldn't mind that, because that should be something both of y'all got in common. Back in the day, if we both had our kids as the first priority and we understood that our relationship was because of that, we would be on the same page. You feel what I'm saying? Why? Because we wouldn't do nothing that would hurt them, and they will always keep us with a common goal.
Right.
But when you got people who say, nah, I'm what I'm most interested in when it comes to my life. I know I got kids, and I know somebody who's invested in my kids. They have the kids as their first priority in life, but I'm not going to make the kids my top priority in life, but I'm entitled to the kids. That's gonna always flabbergast me, bro. Like, the kid's not your top priority. You are. You have a co-parent. This could go mother or father, or mother. You have a co-parent who the kids are top priority in their life, but you deserve just as much rights to the kids as they do, even though the kid's not the top priority in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, man. It's been a difficult show, man. Just going through some Rubik's cubes and going through a merry-go-round with.
Yeah, we got kind of personal today, bro.
Hey, it was a personal episode. We black men on child support. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm a black man on child support for a child I support. Shit, that shit's personal.
Yeah,
I'm always take that personal.
Yeah, I take it very offensive.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't label me as no deadbeat.
Nah, bro. And I leave the deadbeats alone. Go walk their shoes first, man. You know, I look at a deadbeat the same as an abusive mother who's stuck with her kids, but cuss them out every now and then. You know, don't hang out with them. Just make sure they got food in there. Just make sure the lights on. Go to work. Go to casino. Like, she not there with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I look at that as the same thing. You're not emotionally engaged. You know, you're just keeping the kids because you know it come with the money. You know, Same thing as a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, Let's be real. How many mothers are like that?
A lot.
Yeah, but that's been a great episode, man.
It has. And it's been a pleasure. Thank you. I appreciate everyone that left comments.
Yeah.
We're gonna start engaging more with the viewers. So keep leaving them comments. We're gonna read them out. We're gonna respond, and we want it to be interactive and engaging. So we appreciate y'all. This is Two Peas in a Pie.
Cass.
I'm your host Rich,
And I'm your host DK.
and we out.
Have a good day, man.